KOOI-FM. Jacksonville, Tyler, Longview. Broadcasting live from a dumpy little studio in the middle of the East Texas Piney Woods. This is the all-new 106.5 Jack FM.
106.5 Jack FM presents the John King Coaches Show. Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's football season time again, and glad to have you with us. Eddie Richardson, Johnny Vaughn, and head coach of the Longview Lobos, the state champion Longview Lobos, John King. We open tonight in Lufkin, and always a very tough opponent, always tremendous athletes on both sides of the ball, just like Longview has. So, Coach, let's talk a little bit and give us a little overview about what we can expect. Probably pretty much the same as we see every year.
Well, it is a typical Lufkin team. I mean, it's a mirror image of what they've been for many, many years. Of course, we only have one scrimmage to go off of, and they were very vanilla, but you can see the athleticism, the physicality they play with, and just how well they're coached. They're a hungry football team, one that took an early exit last year, and they looked like they were hungry in the scrimmage. They played with a sense of urgency. But I would say, looking at Lufkin, first thing that's going to jump out to you is going to be defensively their safety, Jaron Thompson, who's Texas commit, tremendous athlete. He's been a 3-year starter for him, and he can just do a little bit of everything. They've got a big receiver in Jalen Polk, who's a Texas Tech commit. 6'3", 190-pound kid that has really just transformed his body and just his athleticism, with what he's done since he was a sophomore. And again, he's a 3-year starter. Then, of course, the quarterback could be the young man that started against us last year, the Moore kid that, started as a sophomore against us. And he, of course, he's a year older and a year wiser, and he looked really sharp in the scrimmage. So I say those three guys immediately jump out at you. And then, of course, they're huge in the offensive, defensive lines and very physical. And so typical Lufkin team. And, it's going to be a tough night for us to go find a way to win it, Martin?
It seems like they're kind of typical from the standpoint they've also got a whole bunch of receivers besides Jalen Pope, guys that look like some of them are route runners, some of them are speed guys, and then they've got really 3 backs, it seems like, that they can use. I mean, that's kind of been the way Lufkin's been the last few years. They move a lot of people around and put a lot of pressure on the defense because they got so many weapons.
Yeah, they spread you thin. They're going to spread the field with their doubles and trips formation sets. And, of course, they got 2 guys on the outside on each side that are 6'3", so that's hard to defend. That can be a mismatch for someone. And then their slot guys, inside receivers, or speed guys they run jet sweeps with or get bubbles to, just get the ball in space. And yeah, you're right. 2 running backs they got. The Berry kid, he's a 205-pound running back, and behind a huge offensive line, he looked pretty good running the ball the other night in the scrimmage, and they got a couple more that they'll use in there, which we didn't see him run the quarterback a whole bunch the other night, but I expect him to run him too tonight against us, just because that's what they've done in the past. And he is an athlete, and he's a big kid, another 6'3", 195, 200-pound kid at quarterback. So, I mean, they've got some weapons offensively, and their offensive line's enormous. I would say they average probably about 320, and their left side is, well, they got a kid that's close to, 350 pounds, another kid is about 330. So they like to get in there and run behind them.
Well, talking about the Lobos now, let's talk about we do have some returners this year, but we lost several players to graduation, of course, last year, like you do every year. So talk a little bit about our team and maybe some young men that have surprised you through the off season that'll be getting a lot of playing time as well.
Well, this year's team, 2019 version, returns 28 lettermen from last year, 8 starters, 4 on each side of the ball. And this senior class, I think we started the year, we had 43 guys in the senior class, which is a pretty big senior class for us. Normally we're going to be in mid-30s, but numbers are good. We have about 150 kids in the program. Of those 150, we're going to travel 68 to Lufkin, Texas tonight and compete for the week 1 game. But as far as our team, coming back defensively, I mean, Sawyer Gorm-Welch, of course, up front, defensive lineman, but Drew Beltran, Joe Jones, both have had good off seasons and good practices so far during August practice. And at linebacker, Tyshawn Taylor's a name a lot of people are going to know, and we've got LaQuaylen Hale and Cedric Smith playing the other linebacker spot for us inside. Outside linebackers, Cabo Jackson Jamerson, he's going to man one side, Malik Cannon to be on the other. And in the secondary, we got Robert Pierce back to Karen Buchanan. Both guys started last year, most of the year, and we're looking for those guys with leadership. And, Shannon Jackson's a kid we moved from tailback to weak safety, spot that Jeff and I played for us. Feel like he's kind of similar to Jeff and I. I'm not saying he is Jeff and I, but he's a similar type of player. And then Pat Webb will be the other corner. So, defensively, I think we got good team speed. We don't have a lot of depth in certain spots. I feel like, with the 3-4 structure, it fits our personnel the best, and that's what we'll begin the year playing. And then on the flip side, on offense, returning, we've got Parker Cox, be a 3-year starter at center, Jalen Braden. He ended up starting midway through the year last year at tight end for us. Caden Kirby saw a lot of action. Started for us last year at our X receiver. Kais Moore made some big plays for us in the playoffs. He didn't necessarily start, but he was involved in a lot of different packages. And, of course, Caden Meredith's back at running back along with Kiki Haynes, who we lost in the middle of the playoff run. He played a lot until he got injured, and Kevin Jones, another young man that played a little bit in the backfield. But, the big question mark is going to be those 4 other offensive line spots where we lost 4 starters, and that's probably been the biggest body of work we've tried to emphasize in this fall camp. And then, we as far as the kicking game, we lost our snapper, a holder, and a kicker. So we've worked real hard there to solidify that, and I feel like we got 3 quality kickers. Our snapping situations kind of working itself out and improving day to day, and then holding our holding position. Haynes wound up holding last year in the last 3 or 4 games of the playoffs, so he's going to take over there too. So, all in all, I think we got a really good bunch of kids. I mean, they're working hard. Got a lot of pride about them, and our big focus has been on us. This tough ball game that we're going to face tonight, it's week 1. And the good thing about it, regardless of the outcome, if it's good or bad, we get 9 more. We're guaranteed. And our emphasis is going to be trying to improve from week to week.
Well, offensively, we've got a good number of really skilled people that are back, in particular the quarterback and the running back, those playmakers. But if the offensive line can't do their job, then it makes it really tough for all the skilled people, and replacing 4 out of 5 starters is difficult, I think.
It is. I've always said it starts up front on both sides of the ball, and people say, well, you got to have good skill. Yeah, you do. If you're gonna win it all, you got to be good there too. But if you can't be good up front on both sides of the ball, chances are you're not going to be a good football team. But iron sharpens iron. And if we're good up front offensively or defensively, we're going to sharpen each other up. We've done it through spring. We've done it through August camp. We've exhausted every opportunity trying to get these guys prepared and ready to go. We'll see. I'm anxious to see how they respond under the Friday night lights. With game time speed, game time situations, having to adjust to the speed of the game or different look they may throw us, but. It hadn't been from lack of trying on the players' part or the coach's part, I can tell you that. But I do believe that they can be a good offensive line time this year is over with. Can be really good. But, it's a matter of getting 5 or 6 guys, or 7 if you include the tight ends out of 2 tight formation, getting all those guys on the same page. And like I told them, I said, guys, it just takes one guy to blow his assignment. It looks like all 6 or 7 of them don't know what you're doing. It takes one. And that's why that's an important unit. Defensively, a guy can get out of his gap or blow a coverage, and the quarterback don't see him to throw the ball to him. Nobody really ever sees that, to the film study the next week. But, you miss a block in the interior of the offensive line and turn one loose, and it's a free shot on the back or the quarterback, then, of course, everybody sees that. So it's an important role. It's a thankless role, too. But I think Coach Lott and Coach Ashley have done a good job getting these guys ready to go, and we'll see. Heck, that's all we got right now. That's just what I tell them. We're going to coach what we got, and we don't go recruit. We can't have put one on waiver and pick one up off of waivers. It's the best we got. We're going to line up and let's go get them.
Well, we're going to take a timeout, and then we'll be back to talk more with Coach King right after this timeout.
Here are 2 ways to make sure you see a motorcycle while you're driving. 1, always look specifically for the smallest vehicle that could be on the road, bicycles and motorcycles. If you're looking for the smallest vehicle, you will see the biggest ones for sure. 2, don't text and drive. Being distracted behind the wheel is as dangerous as driving drunk.
Sorry, gonna have to text you later.
I'm attorney Dan Sorey, and I want everyone to be safe. Look twice, save a life.
If you really want to wash your car, if you really want to get it clean, make it sparkle and shine, and get it looking like a new machine. Sobeys is a place to be.
Sobeys on Highway 80 next to Good Shepherd Medical Center. Newly renovated and state-of-the-art equipment. Sobeys, just say the works.
Why would you want to come home from work just to do more work? Let Wellington Grand Apartments make your life easy. No more mowing lawns or repairing your own appliances.
A great thing about living at Wellington Grand is how beautiful and clean the grounds are. It's refreshing and feels like a beautiful resort.
The valet trash service is brilliant for your busy lifestyle.
There's just something about a garage that's attached to my home. I love it.
Wellington Grand Apartments, experience the difference.
Come see the complete lineup of Chevy SUVs at Peters Chevrolet. Introducing the all-new Blazer. The newest member of the Chevy SUV family delivers the new standard in design with bold styling inside and out. Power your on-road adventure with Blazer's 308 horsepower engine and advanced all-wheel drive capability. With the largest inventory of SUVs in East Texas and nationwide free delivery. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
You won't really appreciate all those cliches about how quickly time flies until you realize your kids have grown up and you say, wow, did I miss something? Those precious years between kindergarten and college
I'm taking the car, Dad.
are flying by. And to keep from missing them, Hayes RV Center in Longview has an idea. Before the kids are grown, give them memories to last a lifetime. See the country with them in an RV that is hand-picked for you and your family. Spend summers visiting the national parks. Cook meals together. Read stories. Sit outside watching the stars. Talk to each other. Laugh a lot. Be a family and go wherever the road leads. Hayes RV Center in Longview can make it happen, all for less than you think. And of course, Hayes RV will arrange affordable financing. Hayes RV Center is locally owned. Shop them online at hayesrvcenter.com or see them in person on Judson Road, 2 miles north of Longview Mall. Hayes RV Center in Longview and hayesrv.com.
Let's go!
106.5 Jack FM presents the John King Coaches Show. Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat.
It's just beginning.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Longview Lobo Coaches Show. Eddie Richardson, Johnny Vaughn, head coach John King, Longview Lobos, game 1 of this 2019 football season, and we'll be, as stated, in Lufkin. And, Coach, we talk about turnovers, we talk about, missed opportunities and things like that. And every game is so critical, no matter who your opponent is. But the stronger they are, then you want to be sure and take advantage of all the opportunities that you do get.
Yeah, you do. And tonight's not going to be any different than it is any week of the year. I mean, it's going to come down to several plays that can decide the ball game, flip the momentum. And give one team the advantage. And when those opportunities present themselves, you got to take advantage of them. It could happen in the first quarter or happen in the fourth quarter. Ball gets on the ground. Do we get on it or do they get on it? And we got a play design. We pop the receiver open for a touchdown, or do we get pressure? So we can get it off. I mean, all those things, and it's going to be a 48-minute game, and maybe then some, because we've had one of those with them too. So I mean, that's the thing I'm going to tell the kids before the game, just to remind them. I mean, hey guys, this, no matter how good or how bad it goes early on, I mean, this is going to be a long ball game. You just got to keep playing, and that's kind of what last year's football team did. The year before that, we just kept playing, and the harder you play, the longer you can play that way, good things are going to happen to you. And I think our team's in pretty good shape. I sure hope so. We've done what we feel like is the right thing to get those guys ready to play from a physical standpoint and a mental standpoint. So, let's line up, go play 4 quarters, and don't lose focus, and don't do selfish things, and let's see what happens.
Of course, it's a long-time rivalry, but there's been several years where specialty teams has ended up being the difference. 2 years ago, I guess Keelan Williams took the opening kickoff and scored right off the bat, and then they've had some kickoff returns, punt returns, and so specialty teams early on you're probably not going to be as good as you are later, but that's something that can get you beat, especially in a game where teams are really closely matched.
Oh, for sure. I mean, in 2017, Keelan started with a return. In 2015, we had a 14-0 lead, and they returned a punt back 92 yards with under 2 minutes to go in the game. I mean, in the half, and got back in the ball game, made it a tight ball game, So you think back to last year's game, right before the half, with 2 seconds to go, they lined up to kick a field goal and fake it. Make a big play. So, I mean, plays that happen in the last 2 minutes of the half or the first 2 minutes of the second half, those really change the momentum of a game and can really boost a team's momentum. So it'll all be important. Kickoffs, kickoff returns, punts. Can we get the thing snapped and get it protected and get it kicked? Hey, are we going to cover? Get in the right lanes and do the things you're coached to do. Are you going to give the effort? Are you going to take a play off? And those things. As far as the miscues, that as far as penalties and things like that, you expect a few of those in the first game of the year with just the butterflies and the excitement around the game. But the fewer of those you can make in the live action, the better you'll be. So that's something we try to clean up this week, and it's going to come down to can we get it executed? Do they trust what they've been coached to do, and can they fulfill their assignment? So the team or whatever the unit is on the field at that time can be productive.
Let me ask you real quick: have they made any rule changes this year that seem like every year they tweak something?
There's no more wedge block, 2-man blocks on kickoff return. I know that. As far as the targeting rule, they have what they call a flagrant and a non-flagrant. If it's just outright non-questionable, you target somebody and then you're going to be ejected. But if they rule it a non-flagrant targeting, then you get a 15-yard penalty in your first personal foul. But if you do it again, you're ejected. So they've kind of made it where the officials will call it if they think it's there, they weren't calling it because they didn't want to eject kids because they wasn't sure because they don't have instant replay. So now they feel like they'll get it called correctly and make the game safer. So that's a little different. There's a 10-second runoff if there's less than 1 minute to go in each half, and there's a penalty or some kind of stoppage of the clock, like a helmet coming off or something like that, and you get the option of a 10-second runoff if you don't have a timeout and things like that. So basically, that's the same rules what the NCAA has now, and they're changing up whether it's a catch or it ain't a catch. I guess the Dez Bryant, we still got that. Funny me bringing it up and it's playing Lufkin, huh?
Yeah.
But is it a catch or not a catch and possession and. So that's going to be a judgmental call by the officials. I didn't cover that too much with the kids. You just get it caught and get a foot down like we've taught them forever. So, yeah, don't worry too much about all that other.
Well, it's exciting time of the year, and we're looking forward to tonight's game as we always do, and to all of them. And Coach, we appreciate your time. You're busy. Your staff's busy, and of course the players. And we appreciate you being with us, and Go Lobos, and let's beat those Panthers.
You bet. Thank y'all for having me.
We thank you for being with us, and we'll be back with more right before kickoff, right after this.
This has been the John King Coaches Show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Come see the complete lineup of Chevy SUVs at Peters Chevrolet. Introducing the all-new Blazer. The newest member of the Chevy SUV family delivers the new standard in design with bold styling inside and out. Power your on-road adventure with Blazer's 308 horsepower engine and advanced all-wheel drive capability. With the largest inventory of SUVs in East Texas and nationwide free delivery. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Hello, everybody. You're looking live at Fansville, a college football utopia. Fansville. Where the rivers flow with ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Delicious. Where the air smells of fresh-cut grass, artificial turf, and smoked meats. Kielbasa's. Where the radio only plays marching bands. And being able to read the defense is more important than being able to read. Just kidding. Stay in school. But what makes Fansville truly special are the people who call it home field. The fans. The type of people who tailgate before the tailgate. Pass the Dr. Pepper. Who aren't afraid to shout, "My grandma could have made that kick," because that's the honest truth. She's 90. Passionate fans bound by loyalty, tradition, and the sweet, sweet nectar of the college football gods. Dr. Pepper. Get a taste of Fansville this fall during a college football game near you. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville. Grab some today.
Now, if you're like me, you don't think you need a generator. That's until the lights go out and there's no air conditioning. And we all know in East Texas that could happen at any time. Planning ahead saves time and money. And now's the time to get ready for bad weather days in East Texas. You want to make sure you're ready and up and running with a generic generator from Morrison Supply. Now, Generic offers the best standby generators to back up your house or business during an emergency power outage. Now is the time to pick one up. That's Morrison Supply in Longview, Kilgore, and Tyler.
Trust, loyalty, actions. Strong words that have great meaning when looking for the right insurance agency. Gans & Smith is the oldest and largest independently owned insurance agency in Longview. Local and experienced, representing many fine companies like Germania Insurance. Trust is earned when actions meet words. Gans & Smith will earn your trust. Their office is at 1109 Judson Road or on the web at gans-smith.com. Gans & Smith Insurance. Find them on Facebook and go Lobos.
Hello, East Texas. It's Cody France, General Manager of the all-new Pelche Kia in Longview. Yeah, you heard that right. Pelche Kia in Longview. And just like it's heating up outside, we've got some even hotter deals going on right now. Get a brand new Kia Forte for just $159 a month. Or show off your style with the Kia Soul for just $199 a month. Need a little more room? Check out the Kia Sorento, voted best third-row SUV in the country for just $21,995. Or you may be looking for a bit of everything. And the all-new Kia Telluride has truly got it all. With a cool exterior, high-tech interior, and amenities that would outshine most other luxury SUVs, it's no wonder why the Kia Telluride won Best in Show at this year's Detroit Auto Show. And while other dealers are looking for them, we're looking at them. And they're all backed by America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So come check us out on North Loop 281 and drive home in your new Kia today. Pelche Kia Longview, a name you can trust and a car you can depend on.
Welcome to a brand new season of Longview Lobo High School football. Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat on 106.5 Jack FM.
Hello, everybody. This is Johnny Vaughn, Eddie Richardson, Gene Morris from Lufkin, John Outlaw Field. We don't have Brent here tonight. It's an unusual situation. He's under the weather, and so for the first time in a long time, no Brent. We miss him. He should be back next week, but we'll try to carry on here. Let's talk about the opponent tonight is Lufkin. Eddie, it's a long-time rivalry, and they've got some outstanding players.
Yeah, they sure do, Johnny. Year in and year out. It was a nail-biter last year, at Longview, and Longview was able to come away with the victory. And Lufkin has a lot of those players that started last year back. Longview lost quite a few players to graduation, and fortunately, several of those young men are playing at the collegiate level.
Yeah, Lufkin, they've got at least two players that are Division I already commits. Jalen Polk, the wide receiver, he's a Texas Tech recruit, and Jaron Thompson, the safety, who some people are saying is the best safety in the state, is committed to the University of Texas. Polk is a dangerous receiver. He was here last year, made a lot of big plays. He's 6'3", a big receiver. He's going to be way bigger than our cornerbacks, and he's a guy that they'll go to in the clutch. Jordan Moore, their quarterback, he started last year in this game because the starting quarterback went down. He played about the first 5 games, was really a good player for them, but he lost his job back to the senior, but now this year is his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and, this
it's our national anthem.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in Longview has once again been voted the best of East Texas. GZ's has the best sushi, GZ's serves the best Asian food, and GZ's mixes the best cocktail in East Texas. The attentive staff at GZ's strive to make your next dining experience memorable. It's not too early to book GZ's for your holiday party, company get-together, or special event. GZ's is the best at that, too. Call them at 247-8000, 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village on Jetson Road, Longview. The best.
You owe it to yourself to test drive the 2019 Chevy Silverado at Peters Chevrolet. Redesigned, roomier interior with larger color touchscreen, automatic lift, and lower tailgate for easier loading. We have the largest inventory in East Texas of the new 2019 Chevy Silverado and offer nationwide free delivery. View our entire inventory and shop anytime at peterscars.net and see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Okay, welcome back to Lufkin. Just about ready to kick off. They're fixing to have the flip of the coin. We were talking about Lufkin. Let's talk a little bit about Longview, coming off a 16-0 season, state championship for the first time in 81 years. Got a lot of those players back, at least in the skill position. Meredith, the running back, he's back. Kirby, the wide receiver. Of course, Haynes King, arguably the best quarterback in the state, which is a nice guy to have back. But Longview has some holes to fill in the offensive line in particular.
Yeah, they do. We lost several key players there. I think we only have three guys coming back on that offensive line. And I think, the first 2 or 3 weeks it'll be kind of a patchwork deal, and we'll see. And hopefully the guys starting tonight will be able to, keep their positions. But it's week to week, so you just never know.
Well, Coach King's had to replace his offensive line a few times over the years, and
got a good job.
They do a good job of that. We've only got Parker Cox back as a starter, but before the season's out, I think they'll be as good as any of the lines we have. But right now, they're a little bit inexperienced. And who won the toss?
Panthers are going to receive.
All right, Lufkin going to receive. Lufkin is in solid purple tonight. Longview in their white uniforms, green helmets. It's a perfect night for football. It's the wind's blowing a little bit, but not very much. I think it'll be no effect in this game, which is always nice when you don't have to compete with the wind. I think Lufkin in last year's game, they scored, and then we got the ball back and went down and scored late with a 1:20 or so left in the game. And then we got an interception. Taylor intercepted the ball, and Longview ran the clock out. So it was a close game the entire way. It almost always is with Lufkin. One of the things in the past that has really been a thorn in our side when we've lost to them is their specialty teams. They've had a lot of returns for punts and kickoffs, so that's something here to watch tonight. They have a lot of speed. They run a lot of running backs in. They've got a lot of receivers. They are diversified offense, and we'll see how they click early on. But they'll put the ball up. They like to go deep too.
Yeah, they do. They'll do a lot of play action, but like I said, they like to get the ball down the field and hopefully get a big strike or two, and we're hoping that doesn't happen. Just about ready for the kickoff.
Yeah, back deep for Lufkin is Jalen Polk. Jalen Polk and Christian Reggie. Christian Reggie, wide receiver. Polk, a wide receiver. Polk, one of the more athletic players on their team. Longview set to kick off, going from right to left. It's going to end up. It's out of the end zone. They're going to bring it out.
Wow.
Longview's got a man. They tackle him at the 10-yard line. So that was kind of a mistake early, I think, for them, as Christian Reggie caught the ball back in the end zone, tried to take it out, and they start with very poor field position, the ball on the 11-yard line.
Yeah, he was 3 to 4 yards deep, and you second guessing that, but probably been better with the results. Luckily for Longview, they held them, and they'll start right at I believe the 12-yard line. So we'll see how the defense.
Twins to both sides, 4 wide receivers, 1 guy in the backfield. That's Barry. He goes in motion, a little quick pass, going to be a double pass. He got a man wide open down the field. It's caught. He's behind the Longview secondary. It's a foot race down to the 30. He cuts back to the middle of the field. Got one man to beat, and he's in the end zone on the first play of the game. A double pass. The touchdown goes 89 yards on the first play.
We saw that double pass last year as well, and they got some big plays out of it, but none as big as this one right here on the very first play from scrimmage.
Christian Reggie with the score. Now the extra point, so Longview down 6-0. We've got 11:41 to play in the first, and the kick is up and it's good. It's a tough way to start here. That's just a breakdown in the secondary. There's a double pass right off the bat from the 11-yard line, and kicked it out, and then got the ball to Christian Reggie. Cuts back to the middle of the field, and Longview down 7-0 early.
Yeah, they pulled everybody in, and no safety help as they came up for what they thought was going to be a little screen, but as you said, turned out to be a huge play. 89 yards, Lufkin 7, Longview 0, and we haven't even played 20 seconds yet.
Well, we talked about special team plays, but we didn't talk about trick plays. But when you play Lufkin, you got to be ready for all of that. And Longview just bid on the first play of the game.
Yeah, they did. They were not expecting that. Longview has 2 players right at around the 10-yard line. Meredith's one. I can't see the other one.
J.D. Williams is the other one. Meredith had great success last year returning kicks for Longview, and J.D. Williams made a lot of plays also. So either one of those guys capable of getting a nice return. Lufkin going to kick off. The wind still, so we'll see what kind of leg he has. Kalen and R.C. O'Connell kicks off, and it's going to go and be taken by Williams at the 6-yard line. Brings it back to the middle of the field. Hit at the 21-yard line and down almost immediately. And Longview going to start with the ball at let's see where they spot it, at the 23-yard line. 7-0 Lufkin here early as they score on their first play from scrimmage. And Longview comes out. They got twins to this side, Kirby this side. One back. It's going to be a pass play. Kirby just a little curl inside, and the ball was actually underthrown by Haynes King at the 30-yard line. Bounced up. Kirby got it on the bounce. Not a good throw to start by Haynes King. He just threw it short, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, looked like that time he threw off his back foot, didn't get set. Receiver was wide open, but as you said, just underthrown.
Kirby to the far side, Braden to this side. Two-back offense in an eye. Going to give the ball to Meredith. He goes off the right side, tried to break it out to the outside, and he was tackled almost immediately on the play, and I don't even think he got a yard.
No, I don't think he did either. They're giving him one, but.
And so it's 3rd and 9. Longview, the first two plays, Garner 1 yard, one an incompletion, the other stop at the line of scrimmage. Twins to this side, Kirby, J.D. Williams in the slot, motion by Braden. Haynes King rolls to his left, looks down the field, a quick out route, nice throw and catch. Kirby just ran the out route in front of the Jaron Thompson, the safety, and it was just a nice throw and catch, and that's a first down.
Yeah, it was. Defender was a little too far behind him. A good throw on the outside and a good catch and a big first down for Longview.
It's a tough little throw as he rolled to his left, and Kirby ran the out route, but he threw it right on the money, and that's a good first down. Longview now, two wide receivers right, motion to this side back. Williams, he's set in the backfield. They're going to give it to Williams, and he picks up 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, looked like he slipped or tripped.
Short
gain of maybe 2 yards. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Williams set up in the slot, and then he moved over and got in the backfield, and they handed it to him. But he really slipped right almost at the line of scrimmage and picked up a yard, maybe 2. Motion to the far side. Caius Moore, they're going to get it out to him as he runs a route right down the line of scrimmage, and Lufkin not fooled at all. Never got up the field at all, and he's tackled almost immediately, and that goes for no gain. It's a completion, but it didn't do much. It's going to be 3rd and 7, the ball on the right hash, the ball at the 45-yard line. They got a lot of room over here, and they're going to set twin receivers over here. Kirby one, Caden Meredith the other one, the back. He may look to try to get the ball to Meredith. No, he looks to the left, and then he throws short, well in front of the intended receiver, and Haynes King was hit, and he's slow to get up, but he does get up. So he takes a hit, ball goes incomplete, and Longview going to have to punt.
2 receivers pretty close in the same area there. I don't know if that was by design or not, but anyway, Longview's going to have to give it up here.
Ball at the 45, Haynes King back in punt formation. Good snap. No, it looks like a fake. He's going to roll to the left. He's got running room. Goes up to the 40 and goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And they pulled a trick play on us, and we just pulled one on them.
Well, I tell you, we saw that several times last year, and you give Haynes King a head start and nobody there, then you're in big trouble. And that was a huge play to keep the drive alive for Longview.
Picked up 17 on that. The ball in plus territory at the 39-yard line of Lufkin. Out of the eye, they give the ball to Meredith. He's right up the middle. has a little crease, cuts back, and gets to the 38-yard line. Now they're going to mark it at the 39. So it's going to be 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Tell you, Lufkin is not as big on the defensive front as I've seen them before.
Mm-hmm.
Last year's team, of course, was enormous on the defensive front. They had a lot of good players. Trips the right, one back in the backfield. Haynes in the shotgun, looks quickly, gets the ball out to Meredith. He goes up the sideline, got one man to beat for the touchdown, and he doesn't. He gets knocked out at the 7-yard line.
That's a good play right there. A good play by Haynes and Meredith. He's a speedster, and if he'd had a little more room on the outside, he would have probably taken that one in. But still a good play.
And they've got 1st and goal from the 9. This was set up after the fake punt on 4th down. Kept Longview's drive alive. I formation, Meredith the deep back. They give it to him over the right side. He kicks out the right, beats one guy into the end zone, standing up, and Longview has scored their first touchdown of the season with 8:31 to play in the first quarter. That's a nice drive for Longview.
Well, he is quick, and once he sidestepped the one defender there, it was all she wrote, and Longview is 1 point away from tying this one up with 8:31 left first quarter.
9-play, 73-yard drive for the Lobos. Kick is up, and it's good. So Longview has tied the score. 7-all, and we've got 8:31 to play in the first quarter. Antonio Onifree is made the extra point, kicked the extra point for Longview with 8:31 to go in the quarter.
That's a good way to answer, Johnny. And you can't afford to get down very far, and that's got to be a big plus for the Lobos offensively. And now we'll see if the defense can hold this powerful Lufkin offense.
Well, it's tough when somebody gets a long score off of a trick play and how you react to that. In Longview, actually, they had 4th and 8, and they run the fake punt, and that's the big play of the drive, and ends up picking up the first down, and then they drive in the rest of the way and tie the score 7-7 with 8:31 to play in the first quarter. Meredith looked good on that drive. Especially on the touchdown run. He goes off the right side between the guard and the tackle and kicks it out to the outside and just outruns the one guy left into the end zone for the score. Here's the kickoff. It goes back. This one's going to go way deep, and it'll be a touchback, and Lufkin will get their second possession of the game. Going to start this time on their own 25-yard line. First possession, they started back on their own 11. And Lufkin with 4 receivers, twins on the left side, twins on the right side, one back in the backfield. Quarterback turns and gives off to Barry. Barry hit right at the line of scrimmage by a host of Lobos, and it's going to be no gain. Goes over the left side, but a lot of people there at the point of attack.
3 or 4 that met him right there before he could get back. Well, he did get to the line of scrimmage. That's a good defensive play for long. 2nd long.
Trips to this side, one receiver on the left side split out. Barry in the backfield. Rolls right, The ball is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. The ball was knocked down by Longview's Jackson Jamerson, Kyburn Jackson Jamerson. He's three names.
Well, the receiver was open. That was a good play for him to get over and get his hand on it. So here's a big third down play. Third down and at least 3rd and 8.
You need to probably look for Jalen Polk, and he's going to be over here on the right side, and they've got double coverage against Polk. Sends motion to this side, so they've got 3 receivers here. It's going to look right. Going to go right down to the middle of the field to Jalen Polk. He ran a quick post route, broke off the up route, and he gets the first down. It's a perfect throw and catch, and that's the guy they're going to go to most of the time when they get in trouble.
Yeah, good route, cut it across the middle, and now Lufkin hurriedly gets to the line of scrimmage.
He just give a straight dive play that time to the running back Caleb Perry, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage by Tyshawn Taylor, the linebacker. Pick up, though, about 4. Yep. Going to give him 5 on the play. Ball at midfield. Twins to both sides, one back in the backfield. Motion comes this way. They're going to give it to Barry on the drive, and he picks up a couple of yards.
Make it 3rd down and 3.
Ball just crossed midfield at the 47-yard line of Longview. Yeah, they got 3rd and they're 3 yards, so they could run this a couple of times if they wanted to go to it on 4th if they didn't make it on 3rd. But I think they're going to throw it. They look under heavy pressure, and that time the quarterback just took too long to get rid of it, and he tried to step up into the pocket, and Longview was there for the sack. And they bring out the punt team.
The punt unit out now. We'll see. That was a big defensive play right there for Longview.
The pressure came up the middle, and Jordan Moore, the quarterback, stepped up to his left, but just wasn't any running room. And Longview, with the sack, brings up 4th down. Let's see what they do. They're in punt formation, but they won't.
In today's ever-changing collision repair industry, you need a shop that is prepared to meet your needs. McDaniel's Quality Body Works is committed to keeping up with today's complex repairs by becoming certified by Ford, General Motors, Nissan, Hyundai, Dodge, Chrysler, and most recently, the Pro First Network by American Honda. At McDaniel's, we're committed to restoring your vehicle cosmetically, structurally, and electronically to pre-loss condition. Call us today in Longview at 753-5391, in Kilgore at 218-6109.
Here at ECU, you're our #1 priority.
I didn't even look for another option. I knew Eastman Credit Union would take good care of us.
My whole family does business there.
I love being able to help members at any stage of their life.
You can truly tell that they actually love us and they know that we care for them.
I love what I do because I make a difference. I know that ECU will be there for my family's future.
It's extraordinary. Fantastic.
Not a member? Join at ECU.org today.
I am sold on the Eastman Credit Union.
Why would you want to come home from work just to do more work? Let Wellington Grand Apartments make your life easy. No more mowing lawns or repairing your own appliances.
A great thing about living at Wellington Grand is how beautiful and clean the grounds are. It's refreshing and feels like a beautiful resort.
The valet trash service is brilliant for your busy lifestyle.
There's just something about a garage that's attached to my home. I love it.
Wellington Grand Apartments, experience the difference.
Here's a real tweet from a real Chick-fil-A guest. Meredith writes,
"Am I the only person who didn't know Chick-fil-A had mac and cheese? Holy game changer."
The secret's out now, Meredith. Is there anything you think the world should know about our mac and cheese?
What I really like about the mac and cheese is the oven toasted, golden brown, cheesy top layer. It's savory and it makes you feel really good.
That does sound amazing. Thanks, Meredith. Try the mac and cheese yourself at your local Chick-fil-A. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonial.
Well, Longview just attempted a deep post route to Kirby. He had the man beaten, but the ball was overthrown and goes incomplete, so it brings it back to the 44-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for Longview. King in the backfield by himself, and he's going to keep it as it snapped back and goes up to the line of scrimmage and powers forward and picks up a couple of yards. Third down and 7 for Longview. Ball at the 48-yard line. 4:04 to play in the first quarter. 7-7. Kirby to the far side. Williams in the slot. Kais Moore from the left side goes in motion to the right. Haynes going to roll to the right. Going to dump it out in a little. Yeah, they're going to say he dropped it. It looked like he caught the ball and made a couple of steps, but they say that he never controlled it, and J.D. Williams drops the ball, and it'll go incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th and 7 from the 48-yard line, and we would expect Longview to punt, although the last time we were in this situation, he faked the punt and made the first.
I imagine they'll be looking for that this time.
Yeah, they've got a lot of people back off the line of scrimmage. Oh, a bad snap, goes over his head, rolls up, picks it up at the 21-yard line, rolls to his right, looks downfield, going to throw the ball, and it goes incomplete.
That's a good play by Haynes, just to get to the ball and then to get the ball out of bounds, because that would have been a tremendous loss.
Well, the ball was not even close as he jumped up, couldn't get a hand on it, rolled back. He finally picked it up on about the 23-yard line, rolled to the right under some pretty heavy pressure, threw the ball, but it goes incomplete. So Lufkin going to get a great field position to start on this drive. They're going to put the ball at the 48-yard line of Longview. Twins to the left, twins to the right, one back in the backfield. The snap, Longview, 3-man front, a little quick pass to Jalen Polk, and he gets it, picks up about 4 yards. Just a little turn in, and he actually tried to turn it up the sideline, but good defense that time by Longview on the tackle, DeKieran Buchanan with the play. 2nd and 6. Longview still with a 3-man front. Going to bring an outside linebacker. They try to go the quick pass inside, trying to find A.J. Montgomery on this little quick slant. Longview put the blitz on. The ball was overthrown, goes incomplete.
That's good pressure. Pressure that time, had to throw it before he actually wanted to, and good coverage in the secondary.
3rd and 5 to go. Jordan Moore set back in motion by Berry to the far side. Little quick pass going to go inside. Is caught by Christian Reggie, but Longview on the tackle almost immediately at the bottom of the pile there. Shannon Jackson.
I think they'll probably go for this, Johnny. Oh, well, they're sending the kicking unit on, but I thought they might decide to go for that, and they still might.
Now they're going to ball at the 40, so even though it's 4th and 2, they're back in punt formation. It remains to be seen if they'll actually punt this, but we'll see. Snap comes back. rugby-style kick pretty high in the air. Going to be a fair catch called for down at the 8-yard line. The ball takes a little roll. It's picked up by Longview. And, they're gonna throw a flag, but he's knocked out of bounds going up the far sideline. But a fair catch was called, and what happened is they fielded it once it hit the ground. It was Patrick Webb, but they're going to call that back. I'm really surprised, Eddie, that they punted that.
I am too. I definitely thought they would go for that.
In 4th and 2, and they've got a massive. Their offensive line averages almost 300 pounds, and I really thought they would go for it, but they punted. But this may work out because the ball's going to probably be inside.
I'm not sure that they're not going to pick that flag up because the ball hit.
Two fouls on the play. One back here and one up there.
Yeah, 2 different flags.
Oh, okay.
And you got the referees, all of them are in a circle. Now they come out and we'll see what they're going to call. But the fair catch was called for, and it was picked up by Patrick Webb. So they called the penalty against Longview.
Bipping, blocking the back, or what? I don't know.
And Coach King's wanting an explanation. I'd like to have one too.
I would too.
We got the ball back on the one.
Okay, let's see where they put this. They're going to mark it off. What happened is fair catch was called for. It was not caught. It hit the ground. Patrick Webb picked it up, ran the return, and so what they're going to say is that's half the distance to the goal line. You can't do that. You can't pick it up after fair catch is called for. So they bring it back. So they're going to start on the 4-yard line. Longview is. So with 2:02 to play in the first period, 7-all tied. Longview's back on their own 4-yard line. He can give the turn and give the ball to Meredith, and he gets out for about a 3-yard gain. Counter dive.
.146 left in the first quarter. Hopefully Longview can at least move out from the shadow of the goal line and hopefully get some first downs, and we'll
Markevian Haynes in front of Meredith. He turned. Play action, going to look to the left, going to make the throw, and let's see if he caught it in bounds or not. They're going to say Kais Moore with the catch. So it's a deep, little quick out route to the 22, and Haynes make the perfect throw. Wasn't sure if he got got his foot down inside, but he did, and so Longview out of the shadow of their own goal line. They get it out to the 22-yard line after the reception.
Good throw and an excellent route, and good footwork as he caught it right at the edge of the sideline. Big first down to keep the ball for Longview.
And he's going to give the ball to Meredith, and the whistle blows before the play gets off, and they're going to mark off 5 against Longview. I think there was procedure on the play.
They weren't set, I don't think.
It'll be 1st and 15 with the ball at the 17-yard line. Going to be play action. Zone read. Haynes Kings fakes it and then goes right up the middle and picks up maybe 6 yards on the play. It's not a play that Longview runs a whole lot. It's kind of a zone read, and but he makes a good play out of it. Picked up 5, so we we've got 2nd and 10. Ball at the 22-yard line.
Should be the last play of the first quarter if we don't have a incomplete or penalty.
Straight drop back pass, a little quick one out here to Kirby. Makes a move, beats one tackler, brought down at the 31-yard line, a little bit short of the first, I think, depending on the spot. They're going to mark it at the 32, 4 seconds, going to run it off, so...
well, they should.
They stop it.
Oh. Yeah, it'll run off now.
So after one, it's 7-7 Longview, and we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
1500 is the 2019 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, and your largest selection in East Texas is at Peters Ram in Longview, engineered to perform through advanced technology with fully customizable 12-inch color touchscreen, a new level of luxury overflowing with innovative features inside and out. We have the largest inventory in East Texas on 2019 Ram trucks with nationwide free delivery. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Peters Ram in Longview.
If you really want to wash your car, if you really want to get it clean, make it sparkle and shine, and get it looking like a new machine. Sobeys is a place to be.
Sobeys on 4th Street next to Sam's. Now with newly renovated bays. Even blow dryers for your vehicle. Sobeys.
Here are 2 ways to make sure you see a motorcycle while you're driving. 1, always look specifically for the smallest vehicle that could be on the road, bicycles and motorcycles. If you're looking for the smallest vehicle, you will see the biggest ones for sure. 2, don't text and drive. Being distracted behind the wheel is as dangerous as driving drunk.
Sorry, gonna have to text you later.
I'm attorney Dan Sorey, and I want everyone to be safe. Look twice, save a life.
Welcome back. We start the second quarter. Longview has the ball first and 10. The ball on their own 32-yard line. Got a single receiver over here on this side. Motion, J.D. Williams. It's Kyle Moore, and then the flag is thrown.
I don't know if he cut up too quick. Oh, offside.
Offside. Longview's going to.
Lineman offside. So make it 1st and 15.
So they had Kirby on this side, and they put motion to this side. We're going to try to get 2 receivers over here and overload, and Longview's offside, so watch the play out. Kirby out wide to this side. We've got a slot receiver. Can't seem to settle on where to get the tail back, and they turn and they give the ball to Meredith, and he picks up a couple on the play, just dive to the left and host of people on the defensive line for Lufkin with the tackle. Going to be 2nd and 11. Second and 12. Meredith in the eye. Going to turn. They're going to bootleg to the right. Fake. Looks down the field. Going to throw for Kirby. Ball is underthrown and incomplete. That was the bootleg play. Kirby had come all the way across the field. It actually was open, but the ball was just slightly underthrown. Couldn't make the catch. Now we've got a 3rd and 13. So.
That was that play call was one we had a lot of success with the receiver coming from the far side across the field, but not to be that play.
Twin receivers here, one back in the backfield, going to get motion. Braden, he sets up. King going to roll to the right, looks down the field, the quick out play, out And the catch is made, by Keith Halton. Little out route, going to pick up the first.
I think they're going to.
Nope, they're going to
mark him a little short.
No kidding.
Gosh, I thought.
No, they did. They've got it.
Okay. Because it sure looked like he did have it.
I tell you, that play is indicative of what kind of quarterback Haynes is, because he rolled to his right, and Halton had run a deep out route on the short side of the field, and wasn't a lot of room to get it in before he goes out of bounds, but Kings with a strong arm made the good throw, and they get the first down. Turns, going to give it to Meredith. He misses a tackle at the line of scrimmage, kicks out to the left, up the field, and he's going to pick up about 10 on the play.
He was one step away from going, and a good play by the safety that time as he got a hand on his ankle and brought him down.
I tell you what Meredith does as good as any back that we've had is that first step where he makes a little move to the left or right and then hits it right up the field and misses. The first guy almost always misses, and then if he gets in the backfield, he can open it up and go for the score. Braden's in motion to the far side, going to turn and give the ball that time to the fullback Haynes, and he picks up 4. That's Haynes' first carry of the game. 2nd and 6, ball at the 44-yard line of Lufkin. You know, Eddie, we almost have a full house here tonight. Looking at Longview's side, is almost completely full, and Lufkin's is. So it's a pretty impressive attendance in the first game of the year, especially when you got to travel an hour and a half.
That's for sure.
Haynes in the going to toss it out to the left. He's in the shotgun. Tried to go over there to Kirby. That was a little quick turn in. The ball was thrown a little high. He was hit immediately out there by their outstanding safety, Jaron Thompson, and goes incomplete. $9:49 to play in the first half, and it's 7-7. We got scores early by both teams and nothing since. Yeah, Meredith is checked out. We've got one-on-one on this side. They're going to fake the dive play, going to roll out, hit the out route out there to Kais Moore. Moore, the outside receiver. Again, he's just threading the needle on those little quick out routes up the field. And, I mean, it's just a perfect throw, perfect catch, steps out of bounds, stops the clock, and gets the first down. The ball at the 33-yard line of Lufkin. Meredith in the backfield. Tight set for Longview. Motion by Braden, the tight end. Going to turn, give it to Meredith. He kicks it out up the middle. Breaks a tackle, gets the ball to the 22-yard line before he's finally brought down. That's another nice run. Made that little quick move. Made the first guy miss, gets up the field, picks up the first down. Haynes goes to the sideline, gets the call from Coach King. Comes back in the huddle, the ball at the 23-yard line of Lufkin. Longview threatens. 1st and 10. One receiver on the far sideline. Going to turn and give to Meredith. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage and chugs forward, picks up a couple. Tackle made by Jamarcus Ingram. Pick up of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 20-yard line of Lufkin. We've got a 7-7 game, 8:44 to play in the first half. Longview breaks the huddle. Meredith in the backfield in front of Haynes. Motion. Braylon sets up on the left side. Going to turn, give the ball to Meredith, and this time he's hit just about the time he gets the ball, gets it to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Good defense by Lufkin on that one. Counter dive. They've got a lot of people at the point of attack.
Left side, defensive tackle on defensive end made that good play. So big third down right here, third and 7.
Now, so far in this game, when they've been in this situation, and the ball is on the right hash mark, but they've tried to go those deep out routes. Kirby going to split out, but not far, and then motion going to go to Moore. He's going to go out and up and wide open. He tosses, thrown, and just a little bit over his head, wide open. Probably should have been caught, but not a great throw. And, man, just don't miss those. He was wide open off the motion. I think Lufkin's defense was just fooled, and they took the deep man, and Moore was wide open, but it's incomplete. So we're going to attempt a field goal. This is going to be a 37-yard attempt. Haynes is the holder. The kick is up. The kick is good.
Nice hole, nice kick. Longview takes a 3-point lead.
Yep. Antonio Onifree with the kick and right down the middle, and that made it by a long shot. So it was a good drive, a good score for Longview. Longview going to go up 10-7. That was an outstanding drive for Longview.
Yeah, it was. Now we'll see if Longview can hold Lufkin and hopefully get the ball back with plenty of time to hopefully move down and come away with some more points.
37-yard field goal from Onifree. Lufkin going to get the ball back with 7:36 to play in the first half. Kind of unusual game because usually when Longview and Lufkin play, there's lots of scoring, and so far, not much here. There's the kick, and it's going to go back in the end zone. They're going to bring it out from way deep. That's Jalen Polk. He goes up the left side, makes a move, turns it up, and finally knocked out of bounds by Robert Pierce on the 30-yard line. There's a flag thrown back on the 11-yard line. And
I believe that's going to be blocking the back.
Almost always is, and Longview's got a man down on the field. And I'm trying to get the number here. Uh-oh. That's Cobra Jackson Jamerson that's down, and he's the starting cornerback for Longview. Blocking the back.
Oh, he's up now. That's a good sign.
Yep, he jumps up. Maybe had the breath knocked out of him, but it's going to be a penalty.
I'll move them back inside the 10, put it on the 8-yard line.
Move it back to the 8. It's 10-7. Longview's just taken the lead with a 37-yard field goal by Onifree. Lufkin really hadn't had much success after the first play moving the football against Longview's defense. They've done a good job. Motion by A.J. Montgomery, going to roll right. The throw out to Montgomery. He makes the catch. It's a little bit underthrown. He reaches out, grabs it, picks it up off just before it hits the turf, and they pick up 7 on the play.
Quarterback did a good job because he was hit right as he let that go. Good catch.
Single back, still Barry in the backfield. with Jordan Moore. Twins on both sides, 3-man rush for Longview. Looks up the field, going to move to his left, going to scramble out of the pocket, fakes, and then he goes and throws the ball down the field, and what a nice throw. Christian Reggie with the catch. Looked like he was going to run, Brent. He was Eddie, under heavy pressure, throws back to the middle of the field, and Christian Reggie makes the catch.
Yeah, he came across the field, and nobody picked him up coming across, and that was a good play on both parts, quarterback and receiver. Big first down, moves it out just past midfield.
6:39, the clock running. Ball on the left hash mark. Twins this side, Twins the other. Got motion out there by Montgomery again. They're going to give to Keyshawn Clark this time, and Clark powers forward for a couple of yards. Tackle made by Tyshawn Taylor. Well, now they're pointing up at the clock. Longview's walking to the sideline.
They got a clock malfunction.
I guess so.
Well, let's go ahead and let's take a, Matt, let's take a 1-minute time out. We may need more, but let's go ahead and take 1 minute, and then we'll take it back.
Is your mom's heart age older or younger than her real age?
Way older.
Way younger. Whether you're young, old, or somewhere in the middle, it's important to know how old your heart really is.
The same? I'm going to say younger? I am not allowed to say.
The Heart Age Assessment from Christus Health measures your real heart age, so you'll know where your heart health really stands.
My mommy looks old, but she says she's 29.
Find your real heart age at myrealheartage.com.
Lufkin with the ball, 2nd and 9. The ball just past midfield at the 49-yard line of Longview. They look over here to the sideline and get set to play. Twins on both sides. Longview looking like they're going to blitz. They do. They make a stunt. Going to look left, look right, throw deep. Got some coverage, and the ball is batted away.
That's outstanding coverage there to knock that away. The receiver had one step, just about a half a step ahead of him, but he made a good play to knock that down. That could have been a huge play for Lufkin.
Yeah, that was Jalen Polk, the 6'3" receiver, and that was looked like Robert Pierce there. They go up for the ball, and it's batted away. Excellent defense for them, and now it goes as long incompletions. 3rd and 9, the ball at the 49. Long count. Longview going to blitz from the backside, going to roll right and make the throw. Ooh. Good coverage. The ball is overthrown as they tried to go on the out route. Good coverage, and it's going to be 4th down and 9, and you would expect them to punt, and that's the punt team is coming out. You know, the defense has just done a great job. They've given up a total of 8 yards rushing. In this
never would have thought that.
Almost a quarter and a half.
Yeah.
Snap. Rugby punt almost blocked that time by Longview's Malik Cannon. The ball going to roll in the end zone and be a touchback. Almost blocked by Malik Cannon, but couldn't quite get there. But Longview going to start with good field position. Scored on their last possession. Got a chance here, which may be the last possession of the first half. I don't know. There's 5:52. Longview's been putting together some nice drives, eating up a lot of the clock. Be nice to go down and score,
sure would.
And use up most of the clock. Their defense has been phenomenal tonight. They really have,
Johnny. They really have. I thought it'd probably be a shootout, but their defense has really stepped up, and that's what's kept them in the game. And then the offense has come away with 10 points. So
carry to the far side, one back in the backfield. Kais Moore goes in motion, going to turn, play action, going to look up the field. Kais Moore's got the receiver, the defender beaten and makes the catch, a little bit underthrown, but he gets it out to the 39-yard line, just a hair underthrown, and that was a touchdown. Yeah. He had to kind of slow down, and that's why the tackle was made, but a beautiful pass and catch from Haynes King to Kais Moore.
Outstanding, because the defender was right on his back, and he reached up and pulled that in. So big opportunity awaits Longview.
Back, going to turn, another play action, going to look back, throw back, and it's completely wide open, and that's Braden, and he was just wide open, looked like he was going to take it in and score. He's knocked out down at the 8-yard line, but that's a huge play, and Lufkin was completely fooled.
The corner looked like he turned his back, and when he did, he came to the middle of the field, and they're lucky that we didn't take that in. That was a good play. I don't know who made the tackle, but he sure saved a touchdown.
Ball at the 7-yard line of Lufkin. First and goal from the 7. Motion to this side. Going to roll right. Going to look up the field. Haynes. He's going to tuck it and go. Now he backs up. Going to throw it deep in the end. Back of the end zone. Goes incomplete. Probably should have gone on and turned that one up. He had a mind to do that and then stopped just before he crossed the line of scrimmage and tried to come back to the middle of the field and actually overthrew it in the end zone. Ball at the 8-yard line.
See if Meredith gets a shot here with the ball and see if he can either get through the line or maybe get around one of the corners.
Haynes has completed 7 of 19 passes in the first half. And they give it to Meredith, and he's hit absolutely. As soon as he gets the ball, he's hit right at the line of scrimmage and no gain. Let's see. There's a couple of guys for Lufkin there at the bottom of the pile, but I think the actual one that made the tackle was the defensive tackle, Romel Garcia.
Oh, he may take a timeout. Yeah, they are.
Well, we'll take a timeout with them with 4:19 to go in the first half. Longview leads 10-7. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
You know, you won't really appreciate all those cliches about how quickly time flies until you realize your kids have grown up and you say, wow, did I miss something? Those precious years between kindergarten and college
I'm taking the car, Dad.
are flying by. And to keep from missing them, Hayes RV Center in Longview has an idea. Before the kids are grown, give them memories to last a lifetime. See the country with them in an RV that is hand-picked for you and your family. Spend summers visiting the national parks. Cook meals together. Read stories. Sit outside watching the stars. Talk to each other. Laugh a lot. Be a family and go wherever the road leads. Hayes RV Center in Longview can make it happen, all for less than you think. And of course, Hayes RV will arrange affordable financing. Hayes RV Center is locally owned. Shop them online at hayesrvcenter.com or see them in person on Judson Road, 2 miles north of Longview Mall. Hayes RV Center in Longview and hayesrv.com.
Well, welcome back. 4:19 to play in the first half. Longview up 10-7 over Lufkin, but they have the ball inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. So, no, 6-yard line, excuse me. Third and goal from the 6. Longview in the eye, tight set. Play action pass, going to look right, looks left under heavy pressure, going to try to get it loose and throws the interception in the end zone. that time Haynes rolled to his left. He got under heavy pressure, going to try to get loose just as he was going down and threw the ball up for grab, and the ball was intercepted by Lufkin in the end zone. And that was a poor decision.
Yeah.
And Lufkin saves the score, or the potential score, with the interception. Lufkin gets the ball now to 20, 4:12 to go. They're down 3. Have had almost zero offense in this game, at least in the first half. 3-man rush. Going to give to the running back. I think that's Barry, got the ball. Yeah, Caleb Berry picks up 9 yards on first down. That's the longest running play of the game so far for them. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Got a first quarter score. John Tyler Horn 14, John Tyler 10.
Going to go the dive play again to Berry, and he picks up about 4. He's hit by a number of Lobos at the bottom of the stack. It looked like Mila Cannon who made the hit. Second and 6, the ball at the 34. He snapped back to the quarterback, and he fumbles the football. Jordan Moore just drops it. He picks it up, tries to make something out of it, but Longview, Malik Cannon again on the tackle. They lose a couple of yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Well, this is a big play here with 2:55 and the clock running. Longview still has 2 timeouts, so if they can hold, they should get the ball back in decent field position.
Yeah, you would think that Lufkin would run about as much of this play clock as they could.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing, letting it run off. And Longview going to blitz, going to come from the outside. The ball just pops straight in the air, and the catch is that's the ugliest play ever.
Sure was.
Longview blitzed from the outside. I think that was Cannon again. And the quarterback Jordan Moore sees that, and he throws it straight up in the air, and it comes down, and actually a Lufkin Panther there, he catches it in his tackle, and that could have been a disaster for Lufkin. That is the ugliest pass that you'll see this year. Straight up.
Well, hopefully Longview get good field position. They decided to save their timeouts with 1:50 on the clock with it running.
Robert Pierce back. Here's the kick, and it's high and end over end, and they're going to hit and roll down to the 33-yard line. So ends up being a nice punt. 1:36 to go. Longview's got a couple timeouts left, so they got they've got time to maybe get in position to score, kick a field goal.
Well, like Johnny said earlier, we're both shocked at it's such a low-scoring game because we figured we'd see a lot of points on the board, and we may yet, but a good defensive effort by both teams first half.
Longview with 3 wideouts. Haynes Kings looks to the left, makes the throw out there to J.D. Williams. He makes the catch, heads up the sideline, is knocked out of bounds on the far sideline, and depending on the spot, they'll either it's going to be a little short 7-yard pickup. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Ball at the 40. What that does do is saves a timeout as it goes out of bounds, and clock is stopped with 1:31 to play in the half. Haynes in the backfield, and Lufkin going to take a timeout. So we'll take a break. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Now, if you're like me, you don't think you need a generator. That's until the lights go out and there's no air conditioning. And we all know in East Texas that could happen at any time. Planning ahead saves time and money. And now's the time to get ready for bad weather days in East Texas. You want to make sure you're ready and up and running with a generic generator from Morrison Supply. Now, Generic offers the best standby generators to back up your house or business during an emergency power outage. Now is the time to pick one up. That's Morrison Supply in Longview, Kilgore, and Tyler.
Here at ECU, you're our number one priority.
I didn't even look for another option. I knew Eastman Credit Union would take good care of us.
My whole family does business there.
I love being able to help members at any stage of their life.
You can truly tell that they actually love us and they know that we care for them.
I love what I do because I make a difference. I know that ECU will be there for my family's future.
It's extraordinary.
Fantastic.
Not a member? Join at ecu.org today.
I am sold on Eastman Credit Union.
Yeah, we've got a 10-7 Longview game at this point. The ball on the 40, 2nd and 3, 1:31 to go on the clock. Let's see what Longview does. Canes Kings rolls to the right, looks up the field, going to hit the try to hit the turnout to Kais Moore. That time it was good coverage out by Christian Stafford. The ball goes incomplete. Does stop the clock, though, and save a timeout. Third and 3, ball on the 40. Longview's got 2 timeouts left. Twins to the far side. Haynes looks left, going to hit the little quick turn out to Kirby. He makes the catch. They get the first down. Clock will be stopped while they move the chains. The ball out to the 47-yard line. Clock running now with 1:16. Longview needs to hurry up here. They break the huddle. Meredith in the backfield. King rolls right, pumps, double move, open deep, catch is made by C.J. Hopkins, and he's tackled at the 7-yard line. That was a double move,
It sure was.
and he went to Hopkins, and he was open and up. Yep, got a flag, and let's see who they're pointing at. I think they're going to bring this back. The ball was down on the 7-yard line with 59 seconds to go, and Longview with a first down, and they're coming back. Chop block. Call it chop block on Longview.
Well, that was an excellent pass and catch, but unfortunately for naught.
It was a double move, and Haynes actually faked off the first one, and then Hopkins turned it up, and Haynes made a good throw, got it down. Looked like we were going to be in great field position. As it is, it's wiped out because of the chop block, and ball's back on this side of the field. They're going to mark it off. It's going to be marked down at the 33-yard line. So now we've got 67 yards to go for the score with 58 seconds left in the first half. And they're going to start the clock. It almost seems like they just, I don't know, they may take a shot deep here, but they don't have much time. Twins to the far side, Haynes in the back, they give it to Meredith. Meredith breaks through on the line of scrimmage, picks up 6 or 7. And I think Longview, well, you'd think if they were going to try to do something, they would take a timeout. I think they're just going to run the clock out. Haynes is on the far sideline talking to his dad. Clocked at 14. He comes out from the sideline, but I don't think he's got time to get the play off. 8, 7. They're going to run it out. We're going to go to halftime. Longview leading Lufkin 10-7. We'll be back after this 3-minute timeout.
Meredith writes,
Am I the only person who didn't know Chick-fil-A had mac and cheese? Holy game changer.
the secret's out now, Meredith. Is there anything you think the world should know about our mac and cheese?
What I really like about the mac and cheese is the oven toasted, golden brown, cheesy top layer. It's savory and it makes you feel really good.
That does sound amazing. Thanks, Meredith. Try the mac and cheese yourself at your local Chick-fil-A. Real Chick-fil-A gets paid for their testimonial.
Make adventure possible with the Jeep lineup at Peters. Backed by Jeep's legendary 4x4 capability and built from the ground up, the all-new Gladiator is engineered to leave the pavement behind. Grand Cherokee, crafted to a higher standard, exudes power at every turn. And your Motor Trend SUV of the year, Wrangler, delivering ultimate fun, freedom, and unmatched off-road performance. With the largest inventory of new Jeeps in East Texas and nationwide free delivery. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer.
Trust, loyalty, actions. Strong words that have great meaning when looking for the right insurance agency. Gans & Smith is the oldest and largest independently owned insurance agency in Longview. Local and experienced, representing many fine companies like Germania Insurance. Trust is earned when actions meet words. Gans & Smith will earn your trust. Their office is at 1109 Judson Road or on the web at gans-smith.com. Gans & Smith Insurance. Find them on Facebook and go Lobos.
If you really want to wash your car, if you really want to get it clean, make it sparkle and shine, and get it looking like a new machine. Sobeys is a place to be.
Sobeys on Highway 80 next to Good Shepherd Medical Center. Newly renovated and state-of-the-art equipment. Sobeys, just say the works.
Is your mom's heart age older or younger than her real age?
Way older.
Way younger.
Whether you're young, old, or somewhere in the middle, it's important to know how old your heart really is.
The same? I'm going to say younger? I am not allowed to say.
The Heart Age Assessment from Christus Health measures your real heart age, so you'll know where your heart health really stands.
My mommy looks old, but she says she's 29.
Find your real heart age at myrealheartage.com.
Here are 2 ways to make sure you see a motorcycle while you're driving. 1, always look specifically for the smallest vehicle that could be on the road, bicycles and motorcycles. If you're looking for the smallest vehicle, you will see the biggest ones for sure. 2, don't text and drive. Being distracted behind the wheel is as dangerous as driving drunk.
Sorry, gonna have to text you later.
I'm attorney Dan Sorey, and I want everyone to be safe. Look twice, save a life.
Now, if you're like me, you don't think you need a generator. That's until the lights go out and there's no air conditioning. And we all know in East Texas that could happen at any time. Planning ahead saves time and money. And now's the time to get ready for bad weather days in East Texas. You want to make sure you're ready and up and running with a generic generator from Morrison Supply. Now, Generic offers the best standby generators to back up your house or business during an emergency power outage. Now is the time to pick one up. That's Morrison Supply in Longview, Kilgore, and Tyler.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in Longview has once again been voted the best of East Texas. GZ's has the best sushi, GZ's serves the best Asian food, and GZ's mixes the best cocktail in East Texas. The attentive staff at GZ's strive to make your next dining experience memorable. It's not too early to book GZ's for your holiday party, company get-together, or special event. GZ's is the best at that too. Call them at 247-8000, 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village on Jetson Road, Longview. The best.
Go all the way back to the beginning when God created football.
Let's go! Welcome to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Welcome back, everyone, to Panther Stadium in Lufkin. Eddie Richardson, Johnny Vaughn, Gene Morris. Unfortunately, Mike Richardson and Brent Taylor are not with us tonight, but they'll be back next week. Good game. Longview missed, as we mentioned before we left the air at the first half, big opportunity to come away with points, but give credit to Lufkin for holding them off. Longview marching band on the field at this time and drill team. So I just expect to see more of the same the second half. But Johnny and I and Gene were all very, as we mentioned, very surprised at the such a low-scoring game, because we thought it'd be high scoring as it was last year. All right, Johnny.
This has been the most unusual Lufkin Longview game that I can remember for a long time. It's 10-7 at half, and the 2 touchdowns came on the first play of the game, and then Longview's first possession. There hadn't been a touchdown since then. Lufkin got the ball on the 11-yard line, and on the first play they ran a double pass that goes 89 yards for the score. It was more to Reggie pass play. They kicked the extra point with 7-0 with 11:41 to play in the first quarter. Longview gets the ball back, and then they have a 9-play, 73-yard drive. That drive was kept alive when Haynes King faked a 4th down punt, kept it and got the first down. The touchdown was a Meredith 9-yard run, came with 8:31 to play, and tied the game. 8:31 to play in the first quarter. And then the only other score was an honor-free field goal. It came with 7:36 to play in the first half, and Longview went up at that point. 10-7 was the 37-yard field goal, and that's it. That's all the scoring in the first half, which is kind of amazing. And then if you listen to these running stats, it's just kind of almost unbelievable. Caden Meredith leads all rushers. He's got 10 carries for 51 yards. Jaden Williams has 2 carries for 9. And Haynes King has scrambled out and got 3 carries for 26. So Longview's been held, at least from the running, 60. They've got 86 yards on the ground in the first half. Haynes King has been effective throwing the football. He's completed 10 of 12 passes, 4 to Kirby, 4 to Casimore, 1 to Braden, and 1 to Caden Meredith. King did have 1 interception. But now here's the shocking first half stat is Lufkin on the ground has a total of 19 yards. Caleb Berry, their starting tailback, has 5 carries for 19. Clark has 1 carry for 2. Jordan Moore has 1 carry and lost 2. So there you go, 19 yards on the ground for them. Moore has completed 6 of 11 passes, 3 of those to Reggie. Jalen Polk has been held in check. He's got 2 receptions. A.J. Montgomery has 1, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen a game like this between these two teams.
It is. You're exactly right, and I don't know. We got 1 half to go, and we'll. It's still anybody's game, and.
Well, you got to think that Lufkin is going into the dressing room trying to figure out how they can get something going. And Longview's defensive front, just everything they've done, they stymied them, and they haven't thrown the ball very well. I mean, Moore wasn't the starter all year last year, but he had quite a bit of playing time the first 5 or 6 games, and he's been unable to find an open receiver. Jalen Polk committed to Texas Tech. He does have 2 receptions, but Longview's covered him up most of the time, and I don't know. Maybe it's just Longview's defense has played that well, but I don't think the Lufkin coaches are got to be too happy with it. And in Longview, which traditionally has been an effective team running the football, tonight they really haven't been. So Lufkin's defense has done a good job. Longview has thrown the ball well, though, but I think both teams are having a lot of discussions in at halftime.
Well, I'm sure they are, and like I said, it's still anybody's game. It's good that that we do have the lead, and I'd rather have that than be going to the second half behind. But still, 1 more half, and anything can happen. Matt, let's go ahead and send it back to you. We'll take another 3-minute timeout, and then we'll come back and find more to talk about this very close and exciting game.
Here at ECU, you're our number one priority.
I didn't even look for another option. I knew Eastman Credit Union would take good care of us.
My whole family does business there.
I love being able to help members at any stage of their life.
You can truly tell that they actually love us and they know that we care for them.
I love what I do because I make a difference. I know that ECU will be there for my family's future.
It's extraordinary.
Fantastic.
Not a member? Join at ECU.org today.
I am sold on Eastman Credit Union.
Peters Pre-Owned has expanded, and your largest selection in East Texas of pre-owned vehicles is bigger than ever. No matter what make and model you're looking for, you'll find it at Peters. And you don't have to travel far with PetersCars.com to find your dream car. Choose from the largest pre-owned inventory in East Texas. Let us handle your financing, and we provide free nationwide delivery right to you. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters Pre-Owned than any other dealer.
EastTexasHelpWanted.com presents the world's worst boss, the one who posts jobs on huge national job sites, looking for anyone with a pulse. We'll just call him Dave.
Officer, thank goodness you're here.
You said it was an emergency.
And it is. We have some positions in senior management that need to be filled pronto.
Not this again.
I'm telling you, our benefits are criminal, and you can't stay on the force forever.
All right, boys, roll out.
Wait!
Hey, where's the fire?
I'm so glad you're here.
Don't be a Dave. Find your perfect local employee at EastTexasHelpWanted.com. Local jobs that work. EastTexasHelpWanted.com presents the world's worst boss, the one who posts jobs on huge national job sites, looking for anyone with a pulse. We'll just call him Dave.
Dave, did you forward me this email from Svetlana?
Yes.
You want me to interview her for a job?
Well, it says she's looking to get down to business.
It also says she likes gentle bear cub man who knows what he likes.
I'm gentle.
Dave, this is a Ukrainian dating site.
Corporate said we should hire more diverse candidates.
Don't be a Dave. Find your perfect local employee at EastTexasHelpWanted.com. Local jobs that work.
Harlan, the sports guy, getting you ready for high school football. Night number 1 tonight. You need to know the weather whenever you're headed out, especially on those long road trips and whatnot. So we'll check in with the weather authority, Michael Behrens of CBS 19 Weather. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing pretty good, Harlan. Glad to be here with you once again as we kick off another high school football season in East Texas.
It's so exciting. Folks are fired up all across the land. Now, I believe I'm looking at the weather here, and I see where it's hot with a chance of hot and continued hot. Do I have it right?
You know, you're pretty close on that. It's going to be hot out there as we kick those games off tonight. We're likely to see 90s by the time the first quarter starts for most all of our games out there. It's going to be humid, too, and not a whole lot of wind to help you out. Our winds are going to be coming out of the southeast, but only around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So you're going to be feeling the sticky mugginess as we kick the games off. And unfortunately, you might be dodging a shower or two. We got about a 20 to 40% chance for storms if you're going to be north of I-20 around kickoff tonight. If your games are in deep East Texas, I think you look a little bit drier, only about 20% down there. I don't think we're seeing washout conditions, but, you know, it may send you running for cover for just a little bit out there.
There we go. We're going to check in the weather every afternoon, every Friday afternoon for the rest of football season, and we sure do appreciate your help, Michael.
Not a problem. Glad to do it.
There you go. Michael Behrens of CBS 19, and your afternoon weather report was brought to you by Tom Holyfield and Guild Mortgage.
In today's ever-changing collision repair industry, you need a shop that is prepared to meet your needs. McDaniel's Quality Body Works is committed to keeping up with today's complex repairs by becoming certified by Ford, General Motors, Nissan, Hyundai, Dodge, Chrysler, and most recently, the Pro First Network by American Honda. At McDaniel's, we're committed to restoring your vehicle cosmetically, structurally, and electronically to pre-loss condition. Call us today in Longview at 753-5391, in Kilgore at 218-6109.
Here's a real tweet from a real Chick-fil-A guest. Meredith writes,
Am I the only person who didn't know Chick-fil-A had mac and cheese? Holy game changer.
The secret's out now, Meredith. Is there anything you think the world should know about our mac and cheese?
What I really like about the mac and cheese is the oven toasted, golden brown, cheesy top layer. It's savory, and it makes you feel really good.
That does sound amazing. Thanks, Meredith. Try the mac and cheese yourself at your local Chick-fil-A. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonial.
Connect to this radio station from all across the country. Tickets to the gym, shopping. How about a road trip? Listen to us now on the free iHeartRadio app. You'll never miss a moment with your favorite radio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app and search for the station so we can go wherever you want us to.
Hello, everybody. You're looking live at Fansville, a college football utopia.
Fansville.
Where the rivers flow with ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
Delicious.
Where the air smells of fresh-cut grass, artificial turf, and smoked meats.
Kielbasa's.
Where the radio only plays marching bands. And being able to read the defense is more important than being able to read.
Just kidding. Stay in school.
But what makes Fansville truly special are the people who call it home field.
The fans.
The type of people who tailgate before the tailgate.
Pass the Dr. Pepper.
Weren't afraid to shout, "My grandma could have made that kick," because that's the honest truth.
She's 90.
Passionate fans bound by loyalty, tradition, and the sweet, sweet nectar of the college football gods.
Dr. Pepper.
Get a taste of Fansville this fall during a college football game near you. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville. Grab some today.
Welcome back to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show.
First half score. All right, welcome back. Eddie Richardson, Gene Morris, Johnny Vaughn, Brent not able to make it tonight, and Mike Richardson not able to make it. May have something to do with these the way these steps and trying to get in this press box. You got,
yeah.
They were smart. It's Longview leads at halftime, 10-7. Both touchdowns on the first two possessions of the game. Lufkin with a trick play, double pass play that was an 89-yarder. And then Longview came back on their possession and got a score. But other than that, it's been almost no offense at all, Eddie.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The defense, Lufkin's defense made a couple of big plays to prevent Longview from coming away with more points that second quarter. And so I don't know. We'll just have to see what transpires here the second half. But hopefully Longview can retain that lead and add more points to it.
You know, guys, in these early games, defense usually plays better than the offense. Isn't that right, Johnny? Eddie? Can y'all agree on that? Defense gels quicker.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Usually that's the case. And
I tell you what's really surprised me. Well, two things have surprised me. One, that Lufkin's off, and I know Longview's defense has played really good, but Lufkin's offense is like it just doesn't. I mean, usually they run complementary routes. They find a second receiver. They drag people across the field. They try to go deep every once in a while. They just tonight they seem like they're not sure what they want to do on offense to me. Mm-hmm. And Longview has put pressure on the quarterback, but he played a good bit last year, Jordan Moore. So it's not like he's not used to the pace of the game. Yeah. And then from Longview's standpoint, I think the thing that has really surprised me more than anything is Longview's inability to run the football. I mean, Caden Meredith's got 10 carries for 51 yards, but basically that's all the offense on the ground. And Haynes has had some runs, but that's when he's flushed out of the pocket. Exactly. But usually that's one thing you could always count on Longview. So I think both coaches will go in at halftime, and I think they're going to try to make some adjustments and do some things differently. In particular, Lufkin. I mean, they have one play in the game, really.
Right. First play.
First game of the play of the game. I think Lufkin's defensive front is better than what I was expecting. I thought we would run the ball better tonight. I think you did too, Johnny. Because our offensive line, of course, our offensive line is new, basically, or except with the center.
You're talking about Lufkin's offensive line?
Our offensive line against their front forward, Lufkin's front forward, because they're shutting our running game down, basically. But our passing game is what's picking us up on Longview's side of the ball.
Yeah, it's Haynes is throwing the ball. In particular, what Longview's done really well tonight is when they run those deep out routes. And, you know, Haynes is accurate, and he's got the strong arm. And most high school teams find it difficult to run like 20 yards out routes right at the sideline. That's the thing you see in college and you see in the pros. You don't see much in high school because you don't see quarterbacks with that kind of arm. That's been maybe our most effective plays is those deep out routes, and I guess we've dropped maybe one pass. Haynes did throw the interception down in the end zone, which was a poor decision that I think he would tell you that it was a poor decision. But, heck, first game of the year, you're going to make some mistakes. And in the first half, all in all, at least you can feel good that that we do have the lead 10-7. But I think you'll see some things go differently in the second half.
I can see our offensive line pick it up, Eddie. What do you think about that?
Well, I think so. I think you're right, and they'll make adjustments, and so hopefully we can come out and add to this lead but as Johnny and all of us have said, I think our defense has really stepped up, but they've still got to do it for one more half.
I tell you, in the place where I think we've really dominated is our front three. We've been running a three front because we got big people there. Sawyer Gorham Welch at 6'4", whatever, 275 or 80, and Joe Jones is another big one. He's playing over the nose. Mm-hmm. And then Beltran, who played a lot last year, you got this three-man front, and they're people that you can't really move, and that's just stymied their running game. And, they've played, yeah. Well, Tyshawn Taylor, of course, probably arguably the biggest play of the year last year when he forced the fumble against Beaumont Westbrook.
Oh, gosh.
So on their last, I guess their last drive. But anyway, yeah, we've made a lot of good plays. Might mention the schedule going on in the rest of the district. Mesquite Horns playing John Tyler. I think you had a score on that one earlier. North Mesquite's playing Sam Houston. Lee's playing Marshall. Marshall will be Longview's opponent next week. Lake Highlands is playing Mesquite, and then Highland Park and Rockwall are playing. Rockwall's got a lot of people back from last year's team. They lost their quarterback, but their running back is back, and their wide receiver's back. So that's the team that's going to score a lot of points. And those two have played the last 2 years, and Rockwall's won one of those, and Highland Park's won the other. And the other game going on is Wiley and Heath. So that's pretty much the schedule going on here. We don't really have any scores right now, but maybe we'll get some. We've got 6:25 still left in halftime, so we're going to take a 3-minute break before we start the second half.
Here.
Good to see you, Roy.
One priority.
I didn't even look for another option. I knew Eastman Credit Union would take good care of us.
My whole family does business there.
I love being able to help members at any stage of their life.
You can truly tell that they actually love us and they know that we care for them.
I love what I do because I make a difference. I know that ECU will be there for my family's future.
It's extraordinary.
Fantastic.
Not a member? Join at ECU.org today.
I am sold on Eastman Credit Union.
Why would you want to come home from work just to do more work? Let Wellington Grand Apartments make your life easy. No more mowing lawns or repairing your own appliances.
A great thing about living at Wellington Grand is how beautiful and clean the grounds are. It's refreshing and feels like a beautiful resort.
The valet trash service is brilliant for your busy lifestyle.
There's just something about a garage that's attached to my home. I love it.
Wellington Grand Apartments, experience the difference.
There's a big sale at Half Price Books. Big sale at Half Price Books.
What's better than discovering the best books, music, and movies at Half Price Books? Saving 20% on everything you find. That's right. It's going on now. Get 20% off your entire HPB haul, including new releases, bestsellers, your favorite classics, even collectibles. Find what you love and what you didn't even know you were looking for. And save 20% on everything at Half Price Books and HPB.com.
Big sale at Half Price Books.
Now, if you're like me, you don't think you need a generator. That's until the lights go out and there's no air conditioning. And we all know in East Texas that could happen at any time. Planning ahead saves time and money. And now's the time to get ready for bad weather days in East Texas. You want to make sure you're ready and up and running with a generic generator from Morrison Supply. Now, Generic offers the best standby generators to back up your house or business during an emergency power outage. Now is the time to pick one up. That's Morrison Supply in Longview, Kilgore, and Tyler.
You know, you won't really appreciate all those cliches about how quickly time flies until you realize your kids have grown up and you say, Wow, did I miss something? Those precious years between kindergarten
Hi, Daddy.
and college
I'm taking the car, Dad.
are flying by. And to keep from missing them, Hayes RV Center in Longview has an idea. Before the kids are grown, give them memories to last a lifetime. See the country with them in an RV that is hand-picked for you and your family. Spend summers visiting the national parks. Cook meals together. Read stories. Sit outside watching the stars. Talk to each other. Laugh a lot. Be a family and go wherever the road leads. Hayes RV Center in Longview can make it happen, all for less than you think. And of course, Hayes RV will arrange affordable financing. Hayes RV Center is locally owned. Shop them online at hayesrvcenter.com or see them in person on Judson Road, 2 miles north of Longview Mall. Hayes RV Center in Longview and hayesrv.com.
This is football.
This has been the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Come see the complete lineup of Chevy SUVs at Peters Chevrolet. Introducing the all-new Blazer. The newest member of the Chevy SUV family delivers the new standard in design with bold styling inside and out. Power your on-road adventure with Blazer's 308 horsepower engine and advanced all-wheel drive capability. With the largest inventory of SUVs in East Texas and nationwide free delivery. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
If you really want to wash your car, if you really want to get it clean, make it sparkle and shine, and get it looking like a new machine. Sobeys is a place to be.
Sobeys on 4th Street next to Sam's. Now with newly renovated bays. Even blow dryers for your vehicle. Sobeys.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We've got 2 minutes to go before the end of the half. Longview leads Lufkin 10-7. It's been almost no offense for either team. The two scores, first possession, actually first play for Lufkin is they get an 89-yard double pass play for a score. And then Longview, in their next possession, they drive down and get a score, and it's 7-7. And Longview got a field goal later in the first half. Not much offense at all. Talking to Hayden Havens at halftime, and Haynes King has thrown 22 passes in the first half. He's completed 10 of 22, but the significance of that is his career high is 32, and the school record is 33. So he's edging up. 38 actually is the school record. So he's got a chance to get the record tonight for most passes thrown, in particular for the most that he's thrown. But we'll see what happens. Lufkin going to kick off to Longview to start the second half. Longview will go from left to right. Still no wind. It's really been like a perfect night for football. Big crowd. Just not a lot of action.
That's right. Hopefully Longview can get good field position on this kickoff return.
Caden Meredith is on the far side, and I'm not sure who's on this side. That's J.D. Williams. And J.D. Williams gets it and slips down. He backs up, catches the ball, and tried to take a step. His feet go out from under him, and they're going to mark this at the 1 yard line.
Good. Well, that's not what we were looking for, that's for sure. But
I mean, it's amazing. He backed up on the kickoff, and as he caught it, then as he made some move to try to head up the field, nobody from Lufkin around him, and his feet go out, and now he starts at the 1 yard line. Of course, you can't make a mistake down here. You can make a mistake, you can end up with a disaster.
We're going to get a penalty the first play.
Longview breaks. They got twins to the left, and they're going to be called for delay of the game. It's not going to really make that much difference. The ball's already on the 1 yard line, so they move it back to the half yard line. But you don't want to do something silly here and get a safety and give them 2 points, and then you've got to kick the ball to them. So Longview, and we'll see. I suspect that you might see a little quick pass play, a little safe pass, which you got a guy in the slot that could go over there on the left side maybe and make a pay. That's what they do. Oh, my goodness. Oh, they're going to call that incomplete.
Thank goodness.
That would have been a safety had he caught the ball because he went to his knees in the end zone. But they say it's incomplete. That's a nice drop, an effective drop.
If you had to have one, that's the time to have it.
Well, second down, the ball at the half-yard line. Longview out of the deep eye. Meredith the deep back. Got a wing. The wing goes in motion, comes back. Looks like they're going to run to Meredith right over the right side, and he's hit literally right at the line of scrimmage. And
he got out.
He stopped, and they're going to move this, though, inside.
No.
Maybe, I don't know. What do you think? He's on the 5 inches outside the end zone?
Maybe.
The problem is you got 3rd and 10 now, and Eddie, if you don't make a play here, you're going to have to kick in a spot that it's you can't even take regular punt formation. So
right.
Here we go. Twins to the left, one back in the backfield. Jalen Braden switches to the left side. Haynes going to roll left. He's under pressure, going to look down and make the throw, makes the catch. What a play. Looked like it was going to be intercepted. The toss, Lufkin player jumped in front of the ball, couldn't make the catch, and I couldn't see actually who made the catch. I think it was Braden that made the catch.
I couldn't tell, Johnny. It's so across the way there, it's so hard to see.
I mean, the ball literally on the 4 or 5 yard line, and Haynes rolls to his left and just makes the great throw. Looked like Lufkin had a chance to intercept, couldn't pull it down in, and Longview's made the catch and gets the first down.
We have a timeout, or
no? We got an injury.
Coaches, injury. I see now.
And let's see who's. Wow, that's being helped off the field is Jaron Thomas, and he's limping, so he may have an ankle or knee injury. That's there. He's limping on his left ankle. He's the defensive back that some say is the best safety in the state of Texas, committed to Texas, but he can barely walk.
I don't think you'll see him anymore.
Ball out to the 31-yard line, so that's a 31-yard pass play for Haynes King, and what a big play it was on 3rd down. Boy, he's generally walking on that ankle. Sure I got to tell you, they can't stand to lose him for extended period. Twins to this side. And a fake to Meredith, pulls it out, comes over here to this sideline. The catch is made by C.J. Hopkins. Pickup of about 11 on the play. Another one of those little quick little routes where they just step up, throw the quick, makes a catch, makes a little bit of yardage after the catch, and Longview's got it out to the 42. So they were back all the way to their 5 or 6 inch line, and now they've moved it out to the 42. Twin receivers to the left side, one back in the backfield. They make the fake, run the inside route. And the catch is made over on the far sideline by Kirby. That's just a straight slant off the fake to Meredith. Made the good throw and the good catch, and Longview has a first down. The ball at plus territory, the 46-yard line of Lufkin. You think that's just an easy little pass to throw, but it's not. You got to get it just there at the right time, and you got to get it out in front of the receiver. And Haynes King's the expert at that. Got to give the ball to the fullback, right up the middle, untouched, and he's going to go in for the score. They hadn't gotten Markevian Haynes on a straight dive play, and Lufkin was totally fooled, and he was never touched.
I saw one guy move to the outside thinking Meredith might, but I mean, he went through there and nobody laid a hand on him. That is a huge, huge play for Longview.
Markevian Haynes gets his first score of the year and totally untouched, and you don't see that much from a fullback.
No.
And the field goal, the extra point is up and good. This time the extra point was kicked by Austin Pinchian. Well, what a drive that was. 99 yards. The touchdown, a 46-yard run by Markevian Haynes, and that was an impressive drive when you're back that far, pinned right against your own goal line.
Having two plays, one almost a fumble in the end zone right on outside, and then the next play was no gain. That's a great effort by that offense, especially that offensive line to create those holes.
And Longview going to kick off to Lufkin. Now, Lufkin's got a little bit of pressure on them. They're down 17-7. They've really not generated any offense in the entire first half. There's some pressure on them to move the ball here. They don't necessarily have to come up with a score, but they got to do something different on offense.
Yeah, they do.
And they're going to have deep on this side Jalen Polk, and on the far side Christian Reggie, the wide receiver. So two wide receivers back. Polk, the more dangerous of the two. They stand at the 5-yard line. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to go right at the goal line, and Polk going to bring it out. Kicks out to the far side, tries to turn it up the field, and that's a nice open field tackle by Longview's. I didn't see the number. I think it might have been Tyree Hale, but not positive.
That was a huge play.
Well, let's see what Lufkin does at this time. They're pinned pretty far back. They're on their own 14-yard line. They've got twins to this side. They're not running twins to both sides. They've got two people in the backfield, which is the first time they've done that. They're going to run out of shotgun with three receivers, so a little more protection for the quarterback. He's going to turn and give the ball to Barry. Barry goes over left tackle, picks up maybe 3 yards. Well, that's a different formation. We didn't see that in the first half, where they had two people in the backfield with the quarterback, Jordan Moore. And this time, if we got back to their regular set, two twin receivers and one guy in the backfield. Ball at the 23-yard line. Longview with a three-man front. They run a little twist at the line of scrimmage, and the tackle was made that time by Beltran from this side.
Beltran's made some big defensive plays so far in this game. So.
You know, Beltran ended up towards the end of the year, got a lot of action last year, a whole lot of action. Ended up being a really good player before the year was out. And tonight he's been outstanding. The front three's been awesome tonight.
Yeah,
they've just played great. Twins to the right, one receiver on this side, two backs in the backfield with Jordan Moore, the quarterback, and he's going to look down the field. They're going to run a post route. The throw was made. It was thrown a little bit high, and Longview fixing to be called for a late hit.
Oh.
The ball was a little bit high. He jumped up, couldn't make the catch, bounced off his hands, and then he was nailed by one of the Lobos, and that potentially could be a targeting. some of the Lufkin fans booing on that hit. And
Coach King's out there checking it out as well. That's a good gesture on his part. Yeah, he's up, thank goodness.
Well, that was Christian Reggie. Christian Reggie's probably been their best receiver here tonight. He's made some plays for him. At that time, he takes a hit. Longview going to get penalized, but he's up now. But he's a little wobbly coming to the bench. So they've lost Reggie and they lost Jaron Thompson on the last defensive series. I don't know if you'll see either one of them, and that's two of their better players. Jalen Polk over to the wide side. He's got man coverage out there. Got a slot receiver inside him. Two backs in the backfield tried to give protection. Longview looking like they might blitz. They do. Blitz from the outside. Little quick pass. They throw inside. The catch was made by Kelton Wright. It was a tackle missed initially by Patrick Webb. Little quick slant. It's a big play. Nice play for Lufkin, and they pick up the first down in the ball at midfield. 8:03 to play in the third quarter, 17-7 Longview. But Lufkin moving the ball. This time they give the ball to Keyshawn Clark. Keyshawn Clark, the bigger of the two backs, and he powers forward. This time picks up 4 yards on first down. A.J. Montgomery in the slot. Jalen Polk on the far side. Longview with a 4-man front. They're going to give the ball inside to Barry, and Barry hits over left tackle, kicks outside. He's tackled on the play by Longview's Tyree Hale, but they pick up the first down. So this, since their first drive of the game, has been Lufkin's best drive of the game.
First down inside Longview's 40.
38-yard line. Twin receivers to the far side. One guy here, motion to the far side. Longview with an outside blitz, and I think what they're going to do is call that offsides against Longview. He's going to go deep up the field. The ball is caught, and
Drop.
You got a touchdown. So the catch was made. Longview jumping up like they have the ball, but Longview acts like they have the ball, but the referee signaled touchdown. Okay, well, now we're going to have the flag. It's going to be called against Longview.
Who caught the ball?
It was Polk over there that caught the ball. Looked like it was a touchdown. The referee signaled touchdown, but then Longview acted like they had the ball.
Be incomplete.
So I guess it gets so, but the offsides, and Lufkin gets the ball moved up to the 33-yard line of Longview.
John King's arguing about the blame that.
Yeah, let's see. Longview's going to take a timeout. No, I think Longview's going to take the timeout to kind of regroup on the play. Yeah. And I guess we'll take a timeout, 1-minute timeout, too.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in Longview has once again been voted the best of East Texas. GZ's has the best sushi, GZ's serves the best Asian food, and GZ's mixes the best cocktail in East Texas. The attentive staff at GZ's strive to make your next dining experience memorable. It's not too early to book GZ's for your holiday party, company get-together, or special event. GZ's is the best at that, too. Call them at 247-8000, 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village on Jetson Road, Longview. The best.
Is your mom's heart age older or younger than her real age?
Way older.
Way younger. Whether you're young, old, or somewhere in the middle, it's important to know how old your heart really is.
The same? I'm going to say younger? I am not allowed to say.
The Heart Age Assessment from Christus Health measures your real heart age, so you'll know where your heart health really stands.
My mommy looks old, but she says she's 29.
Find your real heart age at myrealheartage.com.
Long pass down to Polk. He's behind the Longview secondary. The catch is made at the 3-yard line. He goes in. So the pass play from Jordan Moore, and Lufkin has gotten a 33-yard pass and catch touchdown.
Almost the identical play as play before.
Yep. 6:28 to go in the third quarter, and Lufkin has closed the gap with their second score. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good, and so we've got a 17-14 game with 6:28. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Trust, loyalty, actions. Strong words that have great meaning when looking for the right insurance agency. Gans & Smith is the oldest and largest independently owned insurance agency in Longview. Local and experienced, representing many fine companies like Germania Insurance. Trust is earned when actions meet words. Gans & Smith will earn your trust. Their office is at 1109 Jetson Road or on the web at gans-smith.com. Gans & Smith Insurance. Find them on Facebook and go Lobos.
Here's a real tweet from a real Chick-fil-A guest. Meredith writes,
"Am I the only person who didn't know Chick-fil-A had mac and cheese? Holy game changer."
The secret's out now, Meredith. Is there anything you think the world should know about our mac and cheese?
What I really like about the mac and cheese is the oven toasted, golden brown, cheesy top layer. It's savory, and it makes you feel really good.
That does sound amazing. Thanks, Meredith. Try the mac and cheese yourself at your local Chick-fil-A. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonial.
Out of the end zone, and Longview will start on the 25-yard line. Well, that was a nice drive by Lufkin, their first drive of the second half. 7 plays. The touchdown was a 33-yard Moore to Polk pass play. 6:28 to play in the third quarter, and they've closed the gap and answered Longview's first score in their first possession, and it's 17-14, so looks like this is going to be close the entire way, Eddie.
Sure does. Sure does.
Let's see who they've. If Jaron Thompson, their great safety went out hurt, and he's not in there. Canes rolls to the left, going to throw up the field. Looking for Caden Meredith. Meredith was open a little bit, but Haynes was running to his left, trying to throw back a little bit to the middle of the field, and just couldn't get it out there to him. A quick hitch pass. He goes to J.D. Williams. J.D. Williams makes 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles. He gets it up to the 34-yard line. Little short pass play that he picked up about 4 extra yards with his running ability. He's got those quick feet, hard to tackle in the open field, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for Longview. Ball at the 34-yard line. J.D. Williams is a guy that can do a lot of different things on the football field for you, Eddie.
Yeah, he sure can.
Yeah. J.D. Williams is in at the fullback position. Meredith at the I-back. They're going to give it to Meredith. He goes over the left guard, makes a little quick move inside, has enough for the first down, picked up about 3. But you'd like to see 5:28 to play in the third quarter. As Longview use a lot of the clock, drive down and get a score.
Yeah, exactly.
2 receivers to the left. Jalen Braden switches the right side. Quick hitch pass. That time goes out to trying to get the ball to C.J. Hopkins. The ball was overthrown, goes incomplete, stops the clock. Longview going to have 2nd down and 10. Play clock down to 12 seconds, and Longview going to break the huddle, so they need to get pretty quick here, get the ball off. Motion to the far side goes Hopkins. Quick pass, going to be completed out on the far sideline. Good block out there by C.J. Hopkins, and the completion was made. Kirby with the catch, and Longview picks up 6. Looks like if Kirby's hurt or if maybe he's just pulling his socks up. But he was bent over, though.
Big 3rd down play to keep this drive alive for Longview. I-back,
it's running formation for them, but it is 3rd and 5. Lufkin fakes the blitz to see what they do. Haynes King checks off at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be the quick little turn in. The catch is made out here by C.J. Hopkins. He's pushed back, but I think his forward progress is going to be enough for the first, just barely past the first down marker. Quick turn in. Haynes delivers, makes the catch, keeps the drive alive. Haynes going to look deep, going to go up the far sideline. He's got good coverage. The ball batted away by Lufkin. Tried to go deep. And I think that was Meredith over there. And that was good coverage by Lufkin as it was a little swing pass out of the backfield, went up the sideline. The pass was thrown. It was good coverage. It was knocked away. Goes incomplete. King going to toss it out, throws it behind Kirby. Tried to get it to him through behind him. He jumped up, got one hand on it, but couldn't pull it down. Goes incomplete.
Big 3rd down now as that pass sailed on Haynes that time. So Longview definitely really needs a big 3rd down play right here.
.348 to go in the third quarter. Longview up by 3, 17-14. The ball on the right hash on the 48-yard line of Longview. Haynes drops back, going to look over the middle, got a man open, J.D. Williams. The ball was thrown a little bit high, and he was hit immediately by the safety, Charlie Arnold, who's actually replacing Jaron Thompson because who's injured, and he steps in and draws, makes the hit. Ball comes free, and Longview going to be forced to punt. Haynes King, the punter this year, left-footed punter, right-handed thrower. He's already run a fake punt, so you'd think Lufkin would be looking for that.
Yeah.
Haynes looks at the sideline. Now he's set to punt it. Gets it away. It's a nice, booming, spiraling punt that hits on the 3 or 4 yard line and then bounces back so it doesn't go in the end zone. So Lufkin going to start from their 7 yard line. And that's pretty impressive.
That is.
3:33 to go in the third. Lufkin going to get the ball back. Last time down, they drove and got the score, the first they'd had since their first series of the game. And they're going to start on the 7. Now, if you're a Longview fan, this is where you want to see Longview force a turnover, at the very least, force them to punt from deep in their own territory, and you get good plus yardage when you take over. But we'll see what happens. Jordan Moore going to give to the tailback, and he's going to come over the left side. That would be Caleb Berry. He picks up 6 or 7, 5, something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think it may be a 5 yard pickup on first down. Longview with 3-man front, but it looked like they may blitz here from the outside, and they are going to blitz. Pressure zone comes from this side. The give is to Berry, and he picks up a couple of yards. Longview brought pressure. Malik Cannon from the outside, but he came from this side, and they ran the play the right side, so he wasn't able to get there quick enough, and they do pick up yardage. It's going to be 3rd and 2, the ball on the 15-yard line. Be interesting to see if they run the ball here. I suspect they might, because they seem to, at least on short yardage, they've got some pretty big backs. And they do run it. They do give it to Berry, and he powers forward for the first down, gets it out to the 20-yard line. It's a little bit of a delay, and he starts on the right side, and they give the ball, and he ends up over the left side and turned up the field and picked up the first down. That's a big first down for them, Eddie.
Yeah, it is. It sure is.
2:07, the clock runs. Lufkin has the ball on their own 20. Longview with a 3-man front. It looks like they're going to blitz, and they do. They bring Cannon, and the ball was rushed and thrown over the head of the intended receiver on this side, Kelton Wright.
Yeah, good pressure. Got his hands up, and I think that's one reason why the pass was just a little overthrown.
Yeah. Lufkin looks to the sideline. They signal plays in from the side. Going to be 2 backs in the backfield. Twin receivers on the far side. One guy on this side by himself. Motion to the far side. So now they've got trips on the far side. Longview trying to put pressure from the outside. Little curl route. Nice catch by Jalen Polk. He takes it. Pretty good coverage by Pierce, but he ends up with the first down. It was a nice catch. Nice throw. They get it out to the 40-yard line. I don't know. They start to see like they've kind of got a feel these last 2 possessions and are making some plays that they didn't make in the first half.
Exactly.
3-man front for Longview. Going to blitz from the outside. Longview is going to kick it outside. Berry turns the corner, picks up 5, still struggling forward for a little bit, but finally stopped. That was just a little sweep play. Came from the left side all the way around the right side. Even though Longview brought pressure, he got outside the pressure and turned it up the field and gets 5 yards on first down. 1:06 to play in the third period. Longview up 17-14. This is the kind of spot you might look for them maybe to try a long one. They got Polk on the far sideline. He has beaten Longview earlier. This might be a spot where they think they might go deep. Little turn-in route. The quarterback's flushed out of it, and he gets up to the sideline. Big yardage, and finally goes out of bounds. So A nice run that time by Jordan Moore. We saw that a lot of him last year in the game, and we've not seen much of that tonight, but he shows his speed. He stepped up in the pocket and headed up the sideline. Yeah, I think they're going to try to run this play pretty quick. Ball at the 39-yard line of Longview, going to toss it back, give it to A.J. Montgomery, and he is nailed.
Huge.
And it's Tyshawn Taylor. They tried to run the kind of the jet sweep kind of play, and Taylor wasn't fooled. He's a great linebacker anyway, and he just made a huge hit and a big loss. They lost 5, and I think they're going to let the clock run out.
They will. In
the third quarter. It's standing there looking to the sidelines, 4 seconds to go, and I think we're going to go to the fourth quarter with Longview up 17-14, but Lufkin with a nice drive. And we'll be back after this 1-minute timeout from our sponsors.
You owe it. Test drive the 2019 Chevy Silverado at Peters Chevrolet. Redesigned, roomier interior with larger color touchscreen, automatic lift, and lower tailgate for easier loading. We have the largest inventory in East Texas of the new 2019 Chevy Silverado and offer nationwide free delivery. View our entire inventory and shop anytime at peterscars.net and see for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Here are 2 ways to make sure you see a motorcycle while you're driving. 1, always look specifically for the smallest vehicle that could be on the road, bicycles and motorcycles. If you're looking for the smallest vehicle, you will see the biggest ones for sure. 2, don't text and drive. Being distracted behind the wheel is as dangerous as driving drunk.
Sorry, gonna have to text you later.
I'm Attorney Dan Sorey, and I want everyone to be safe. Look twice, save a life.
Well, welcome back. We get ready to start the fourth quarter. Lufkin now going to go from left to right. They've got the ball at the 45-yard line. They've put together a score in their last possession and moving the ball a little bit here, and so it's 2nd and 15 right now. Motion to the far side. That's Keyshawn Clark. Moore looks up the field, has got a man deep, and he's going to throw, and it is caught by Jalen Polk. Wow. It had good coverage, Longview did. Malik Cannon was between or in front of him. The ball was just over his hands, and Polk jumps up, made the catch. He's going to Tech, a first-rate receiver, 3-star recruit, and he makes a 4-star catch right there, and the ball at the 12-yard line, 13-yard line of 12-yard line of Longview. Motion. Longview puts the blitz right up the middle, quick pass out to Polk. He evades one tackle and is finally knocked down at the 5-yard line. And he's kind of stepping up here in this last few series for them. That's a great play, catch, and run there. Second down, 3 to go. The ball on the 6-yard line. Polk over here with single coverage on this sideline. Twins to the other side. Let's see if they throw the ball. I think they'll throw it at Polk. Longview fixing the blitz, it looks like. Taylor steps up. They put pressure. They give the ball to Barry. Barry steps inside the left tackle and picks up 3, gets it down to the 2. It's going to be close to the first.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. The ball on the 3. Clock runs. Let's see what here. Longview got a 4-man front. They got a lot of people up at the line of scrimmage. Motion to this side. Snap back. Give to Barry. Barry's hit at the line of scrimmage. Breaks that tackle and powers his way into the end zone. Looked like he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, but a good breaking of tackle and moving the pile, and he ends up in the end zone, Eddie.
Yep. Yeah, he was stopped, but his momentum was enough to get him into the end zone. So Lufkin takes there. He gets the lead back now, 20-17.
Caleb Barry Powers his way into the end zone. Another nice drive, 2 in a row by Longview, or by Lufkin against Longview. The extra point is up and good. And Lufkin has a 21-17 lead over Longview with 10:22 to play in the game.
That did that, yeah.
Yeah, that was an 11-play drive that covered 93 yards for Lufkin. It was started back on the 7-yard line in a second consecutive series where they've scored the touchdown, a 2-yard run by Berry, and now Longview's got to answer this score, or at least they need to.
Sure do.
Johnny was right. They found something.
Yeah. I'm going to get the ball back, and might mention that Haynes has now thrown 34 passes this game. He's completed 17 of 34, and the significance of that is that's 2 over his career high, and he's approaching the school record of 38. Kirby's got 6 receptions. Kai Moore has got 5 receptions. And Lufkin going to kick off to Longview. Meredith on this side as a deep back, and on the far side is J.D. Williams. They've been kicking the ball away from Meredith and kicking to J.D. Williams. I suspect you'll see that again. 21-17 Lufkin. 10-22 to go in the game. Approach. The kick goes at J.D. Williams. He's going to field it at the 6, going to take it up the right side, breaks back to the middle of the field, breaks a tackle. He's at 35-yard line. He's brought down by Lufkin. That's a nice return from J.D. Williams, and to see where they actually mark it. It looks like they're going to put it yep. Now they make the decision. They're going to put it at the 36-yard line, like we said.
Good return.
They took their time, though, doing that.
They did.
It's a big series here, Eddie, for Longview.
Yeah, it sure is. 4-point deficit now for Longview.
And 2 consecutive drives for Lufkin for scores.
Right.
Eye back, Braden to the other side. They give to Meredith. Meredith looked like he was going to pop that when he did pick up 6 yards on the play, but it looked like it was going to be a bigger little crease, and he had a chance to get a big run. He's not really broken a long run tonight at all. Lufkin's done a pretty good job of boxing him in most of the night. He does have 12 carries now for 60 yards.
Savers both sides.
They give it to Meredith again, and he eludes the tackler right at the line of scrimmage, but can't really pick up much yardage, maybe 2. Third and 3. This is a pretty big play, actually, right here. They don't want to give Lufkin back the ball after that score this quickly. 2 consecutive running plays. They've run to Caden Meredith and see if they try it again. He's the deep back. Got a fullback in front of him, Haynes. Braden moves over to the other side. They give it to Meredith, and he pops it into the line of scrimmage, gets past the linebackers, is finally tackled by the safety to pick up a big pickup of 12 or 13 yards on the play. Gets it to the 43-yard line of Lufkin. So he got 3 consecutive carries and ends up with the first down.
Yeah, he sure did. Right tackle and right end made good blocks to create that hole in that play.
Kirby split wide to this side. Haynes going to fake to Meredith and hit the quick slant route to Caden Kirby, and I think he actually dropped that ball, don't you?
Yeah, he dropped
it. I thought that was a good pass, and he couldn't pull it in. Was hit pretty quickly, but it goes incomplete. 8:28 to play. Longview trails Lufkin by 4. It's similar to last year. Close game the entire way, and this one's been close the entire way also. And then he got a 6-man front, going to fake it, going to go outside here to Kais Moore. He breaks a tackle, turns it up the field, and then I think there was a face mask on the play, so they're going to tack on after the play. And this is going to end up being a pretty big gainer.
Line.
And
no, it depends on where they called it. So,
and Kais Moore is hurt.
Yeah.
He's gone down on the field. He gets up, and he goes back down again, and now he's up again, but
he'll have to come off.
Looks
like it must be an ankle or knee. Hopefully just an ankle. And
well, hopefully what it is a cramp because he is running better. I think they're going to tack on 15 for the grabbing the face mask and get the ball down.
Should be the 15
to the 15-yard line. Haynes goes to the sideline, talks to Coach King, comes back. They've got to play. The clock has started. At 8:19 it runs. Longview down 4, threatening. They've got 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line of Lufkin. Kirby on the far side. Got a slot receiver. Jalen Braden moves over to the block, and Keen's going to take it right up the middle, and pick up about 5 or 6 yards.
Good play right up the middle for Longview. The center and both guards did a good job of clearing the way for Haynes on that play. 2nd and 6.
Hopkins and Kirby on the far side. Motion by Braden to the right. Meredith in the backfield. They're going to give it to him. He goes over right to guard.
He's
follows
right
good blocking. Gets to the 5-yard line before he's tackled. Picked up 6 yards on the play.
Good play.
Yeah, it's going to be third and 1 from the 6-yard line. Kirby goes to the sideline, so you'd think that they're going to have some kind of run here with the big boys in the backfield. Meredith behind Haynes. And Haynes going to keep it. Going to take it, breaks the tackle, goes into the end zone with a quarterback keeper. He was just a quarterback keeper. He's hit at the 5-yard line and just breaks free and just basically walks into the end zone. 6:36 to go, and Longview has answered Lufkin's score. The extra point to come.
Big extra point attempt, too. Make it a 3-point game.
Extra point is up, and it's good. And that was Onifrey who made the extra point. 6:36 to go, and Longview's up by 3, 24-21.
I'll tell you that, Johnny, that's an outstanding drive for Longview when they had to have it, because with the time running off the clock, and you never know if you had to give it away, what could happen. But give credit to that offensive line, the backs, and then Haynes made a great play as he was initially bumped by one of the linemen, and he just slid off and went right into the end zone. So now we put the pressure back on our defense.
Yep, it was a 7-play drive. It covered 64 yards. The touchdown was a 6-yard Haynes King run. The extra points converted, so Longview counters the score, takes the lead back. They're up by 3. We've got 6:36, and just like last year, it looks like this one's going to be close the entire way. And Lufkin on their last 2 possessions have actually scored, so this is going to be a good test here for the defense. They really need to stop Lufkin. Don't give them the score because it's going to put a lot of pressure on Longview to come back in what potentially could be their last possession of the game. Kickoff is going to go back in the end zone. I don't think they'll take it out. They won't. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
That's an outstanding kick there with no return. So 80 yards to go for Lufkin for they could come away with a field goal. Well, no, they've got to have it's 24-20. The field goal would tie it, and so hopefully the defense can stop them once again.
(24-21) Longview, 6:36 to play, and Lufkin going to start this drive from their own 25-yard line. I can promise you somewhere in here they're going to take a shot with Polk up the field.
Yeah.
And he's on this sideline. He's the outside guy. Inside of him is Christian Reggie. So they've been their 2 best receivers the entire game. They actually had a little success running the ball in the last possession. Now we got a
penalty.
A penalty for
delay a game, or
They marked the ball at the 20-yard line.
No, they marked off 5 for something, and here they give it to Barry. Barry is hit right at the line of scrimmage, falls forward, picks up a couple of yards.
I thought the ball went to the 25. Guess it didn't.
Lufkin looks to the sideline. Jordan Moore has got the signal. Got Polk on this sideline, and if they throw the ball, I think at this point in the game they're going to throw it at him most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
He runs a curl route. Oh, my goodness, he runs a curl, and the ball stepped in front, almost intercepted by DeCurian Buchanan. Stepped right in front of Polk, hit him right in the chest, and he can't pull it in, and that would have been a huge interception. Third and 13. This is the
biggest play of the game so far.
It's a giant play for them. 5:51 to go. I got to believe that this time they're going to throw the ball up the field and not try to throw those little short routes that they've been doing. And Polk's on this sideline. He's got double coverage by Longview. Twins on the far sideline. Put motion to this way, so they got 2 receivers on this side. Polk, one of them. They're going to go up the field. He's open, but the ball is thrown to the sideline and out of bounds and goes incomplete. Tried to get it to the tailback, and Caleb Berry up the sideline, but it was poorly thrown. He was open for a while, and then Lufkin now going to have to punt the ball back to Longview.
And I tell you what, Gorman Welch just leveled the quarterback as he was throwing it. So Longview hopefully will fill this punt and hopefully be able to use quite a bit of the clock, if not all of it.
Yeah, it's a nice long punt, going to be fair caught, and then fumbled. Fair caught, signal, can't pull it in, and Longview has turned the football over to Lufkin. My goodness, what a bad break. That was Robert Pierce, the return guy, signaled for a fair catch and hits off his shoulder pads, and Lufkin has it, and they're going to start at the 36-yard line. What a gigantic break that was. Longview's defense needs to step up here. 3-man front for Longview. Give to Barry. Barry breaks the line of scrimmage, picks up a couple before he stopped the ball at the 34-yard line.
Well, it'll be 4-down territory from here on in, I think, for Lufkin. But
well, I don't know, Eddie. They're
not.
down 3, so
that's true. That's true.
They're tied up. Play action. They're going to go deep. Polk is behind the secondary, and the ball is underthrown a little bit. Lufkin's crowd wants interference. Longview crowd doesn't, and it's not going to be called. And there you hear the Lufkin fans.
Oh, yeah.
Polk was behind Longview's secondary by a step, but the ball was underthrown. Contact was made, but no call. Of course, none of us thought it was interference.
No, of course not.
3rd and 9, the ball at the 35-yard line. Longview got a 3-man front. They're going to blitz a linebacker, going to try to scramble out of the pocket. Looks up the field. He's got a man in Polk, but he overthrows him. Incomplete. Man, that was not a good throw because Polk was open, and Jordan Moore went towards the line under pressure, but he overthrows him, and that would have been a 1st down as it is. Now they got to make a play on 4th down. 4th and 9, the ball at the 35-yard line of Longview. Polk on this side, A.J. Montgomery on the far side. Longview not going to bring pressure. Looks up the field, got a man open, and it goes.
Interference.
What do we got? The flag is thrown. Wow. I don't know how that's interference because he actually didn't touch the ball till he was out of bounds. Is that what they're going to call a late hit? Why not?
John's on the field.
You're going to call interference. I mean, I'm not sure about that call. I got to tell you, it was thrown to the sideline.
They're waving a flag.
No, they're not waving it.
Marking it off. That'd be nice.
They're going to put it on the 20. Well, they got 1st and 10 from the 20. They got 4:44 to go. If you're a Lufkin fan, you want them to use some time before they score, but we'll see. He gives the ball to Barry. Barry up the middle, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. He gets the ball to the 15-yard line, so it's a pickup of 5 on 1st down. The clock will run. 4:32 to go in the game. 24-21 Longview, but Lufkin threatening. They are in field goal range at this point. Give it to Barry again. He starts his right. Kick cuts back to the left, picks up a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 3. It'll be interesting here if they don't make the first on whether they'll kick the field goal and go for the tie or run it and try to get the 1st down and then score. But we'll see. I would think that they might run the football here instead of throwing it. So. Barry's been pretty effective in this drive. Longview's up. They're going to blitz. They're bringing people. Maybe jumped off sides. Let's see. Nope. The trap is made. The sack is made.
And they will go for a field goal.
Wow, that's a big, giant play by Tyshawn Taylor as he jumped up in the gap and nobody picked him up. Quarterback didn't see it quickly enough, and let's see what they do. They're looking here like they're going to go for it on 4th down.
I don't believe it.
Well, That decision tells you that they don't have any confidence in their kicker.
That's true.
It's going to be would be a pretty long field goal attempt, 40 yards. But now they've got 4th and 12. You better look for Polk here. I can almost guarantee you that's where they're going. He's on this sideline. Longview going to blitz. They put pressure up the middle. They throw it. They're going to jump. Polk jumps up and cannot bring it down. What they did is just threw it into the end zone, threw it up as a jump ball, and Longview had 3 men there, and that goes incomplete.
Now, Longview needs, well, let's say Lufkin, they still have their timeouts. They have 3 timeouts, so Longview's going to need a couple of first downs to retain possession.
Well, I know Jalen Polk is a good player, but when everybody in the entire stadium knows that they're going to throw it to him, and when you just run it out in the end zone and throw it up and hope he's going to jump and catch it, it's not like Longview doesn't have anybody that can jump, and they had 3 guys around him. Longview needs to run off a couple of first downs. They give it to Meredith. He breaks, makes a little quick move, turns it up the field. He gets it out to the 25-yard line, picked up 3. Lufkin going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts. And we'll take a timeout, a 1-minute timeout, and kick it back to the station.
In today's ever-changing collision repair industry, you need a shop that is prepared to meet your needs. McDaniel's Quality Body Works is committed to keeping up with today's complex repairs by becoming certified by Ford, General Motors, Nissan, Hyundai, Dodge, Chrysler, and most recently, the Pro First Network by American Honda. At McDaniel's, we're committed to restoring your vehicle cosmetically, structurally, and electronically to pre-loss condition. Call us today in Longview at 753-5391, in Kilgore at 218-6109.
Now, if you're like me, you don't think you need a generator. That's until the lights go out and there's no air conditioning. And we all know in East Texas that could happen at any time. Planning ahead saves time and money. And now's the time to get ready for bad weather days in East Texas. You want to make sure you're ready and up and running with a generic generator from Morrison Supply. Now, Generic offers the best standby generators to back up your house or business during an emergency power outage. Now is the time to pick one up. That's Morrison Supply in Longview, Kilgore, and Tyler.
All right, welcome back. 2:37 to play in the game. Longview with the football. 2 timeouts left for Lufkin, and Longview up 24-21 at this point. So Longview got a chance to run the clock out here in the I formation. 2nd down. They give it to Meredith. He's around the right side. He turns up the field, picks up a couple. It's Lufkin's going to burn their 2nd time out, and it's going to bring up the biggest play of the game for Longview on 3rd down in about 4 or 5.
What do? You give it to anybody or keep it in Haynes' hands?
Let Haynes keep it, roll out and keep it.
3rd and 4.
Third down, 4.
Ram 1500 is the 2019 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, and your largest selection in East Texas is at Peters Ram in Longview, engineered to perform through advanced technology with fully customizable 12-inch color touchscreen, a new level of luxury overflowing with innovative features inside and out. We have the largest inventory in East Texas on 2019 Ram trucks with nationwide free delivery. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Peters Ram in Longview.
Well, we just missed one of the biggest plays of the game. Longview on third down does play action, throws the football. The ball is intercepted by DeMarquis Garner, and let's see what they do. He returned it down inside the 20, but now the officials there's a flag on the far side of the field that we didn't see. So I don't know what the call is. The interception was made by Lufkin, so I feel certain that they're going to get the ball. I think this is going to be something that happened after the interception. Probably it's going to be a first down. They're going to mark it off. But they were down inside the 20, and now it's going to be on the 48-yard line. They've got one timeout left and 2:22 to go. But, man alive, that was a risky play that didn't pan out for Longview. Had a chance if they pick up the first down, they could run the clock out as it is. They went play action through the interception, and now Lufkin with the ball on the 48-yard line.
What do they call?
Well, they just stepped back, threw the ball to Pope, but it bounced about 5 feet in front of him. I'm not sure what they were trying to do there. Maybe a trick play to bounce it to him and have him throw the ball, but he threw it forward. Second down, 10. The ball on the 47. Clock stop.
Oh, wait.
Well, that's just
that
was a total fiasco as they sent the back in motion in the center, snapped the ball, hit the quarterback in the knee.
We'll take the play.
And they've stopped the clock here. That was ugly. They're going to take a timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them. 1 minute timeout.
Hello, everybody. You're looking live at Fansville, a college football utopia. Fansville. Where the rivers flow with ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Delicious. Where the air smells of fresh-cut grass, artificial turf, and smoked meats. Kielbasa's. Where the radio only plays marching bands. And being able to read the defense is more important than being able to read. Just kidding. Stay in school. But what makes Fansville truly special are the people who call it home field. The fans. The type of people who tailgate before the tailgate. Pass the Dr. Pepper. Who aren't afraid to shout, "My grandma could have made that kick," because that's the honest truth. She's 90. Passionate fans bound by loyalty, tradition, and the sweet, sweet nectar of the college football gods. Dr. Pepper. Get a taste of Fansville this fall during a college football game near you. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville. Grab some today.
3rd and 18 for Lufkin. The ball on their own 40-yard line. Motion. This side. Going to look up the field. Going to find Poke. Poke with a catch. Going to fall forward, but going to be short of the first by 3 yards. The clock will continue to run, and then
He's hurt.
No, he's not.
Poke going to stay down and slowly get up, and he'll have to
he's got to
come to the sideline. He's limping pretty badly. 1:59 to go. 24-21 Longview. No timeouts left for Lufkin. And Polk is now laying on the field, so they're going to take a little more time. What happened on the previous play where they ended up losing so much yardage is the center snapped it to the quarterback while he was still looking out at the receiver Polk and hits him in the knee, and as a consequence they lose big yardage, but then they come back here and they hit Polk up on a little turn in. get it to the 45-yard line, so it's 4th and 3. They've got no timeouts left, and they've just lost their best receiver, Jalen Pope, who's limped. They've also earlier lost Jaron Thompson, their all-state safety. So their best defensive player and their best offensive player have now gone to the sideline. Well, this is a huge play, obviously. If Longview can stop it here, they can run the clock out because Lufkin has no more timeouts. The clock has started. 1:54 and counting. 4th and 3. 4 receivers. They send Barry in motion. Longview going to blitz. They pick that up. A little short, quick route that's dropped. Dropped.
That's the game.
Ball game.
Christian Reggie, who's been one of their sure-handed receiver, has it right in his hands for the first down. He drops the football.
It was there. Well, I mean, it couldn't have been there any better, but fortunate for Longview, it was incomplete, and Longview can now run the clock out.
Yeah,
and the crowd over here right in front of us on the Lufkin side making their way out as well.
Yeah, they're just going to take a knee twice. Little bunch formation. You snap it to Haynes. He backs up, takes the knee, and the clock runs. So you got 25 seconds to run the next play. It'll be second down. That'll get it down to about a minute. So it's going to be.
And we may take a penalty.
Be really close to run this out. Not now, but before they have to turn the ball back over.
23 seconds left, so we're going to be under a minute. So.
It's minute 7, down to 10, still on the clock, 8, 7, 6. They'll snap it probably with about 1 to go, and if they do that, they can run the clock out, takes a knee.
It's over.
It'll be third down, 50 seconds to play in the game. (34-33). Lufkin crowd is leaving here, 24-21. He's still sitting in the huddle, 15 seconds. There's 22 on the clock. I think they'll snap it with about 4 seconds to go. 1, 2, takes the knee. 6 seconds, 5. Longview going to win 24-21 in a hard-fought game, a game that Longview almost made a mistake at the end that could cost them, but they don't. They hold on. So a final here from Lufkin. Longview 24, Lufkin 21, and we'll be back after this 3-minute timeout.
You know, you won't really appreciate all those cliches about how quickly time flies until you realize your kids have grown up and you say, wow, did I miss something? Those precious years between kindergarten and college
I'm taking the car, Dad.
are flying by. And to keep from missing them, Hayes RV Center in Longview has an idea. Before the kids are grown, give them memories to last a lifetime. See the country with them in an RV that is hand-picked for you and your family. Spend summers visiting the national parks. Cook meals together. Read stories. Sit outside watching the stars. Talk to each other. Laugh a lot. Be a family and go wherever the road leads. Hayes RV Center in Longview can make it happen, all for less than you think. And of course, Hayes RV will arrange affordable financing. Hayes RV Center is locally owned. Shop them online at hayesrvcenter.com or see them in person on Judson Road, 2 miles north of Longview Mall. Hayes RV Center in Longview and hayesrv.com.
Why would you want to come home from work just to do more work? Let Wellington Grand Apartments make your life easy. No more mowing lawns or repairing your own appliances.
A great thing about living at Wellington Grand is how beautiful and clean the grounds are. It's refreshing and feels like a beautiful resort.
The valet trash service is brilliant for your busy lifestyle.
There's just something about a garage that's attached to my home. I love it.
Wellington Grand Apartments, experience the difference.
In today's ever-changing collision repair industry, you need a shop that is prepared to meet your needs. McDaniel's Quality Body Works is committed to keeping up with today's complex repairs by becoming certified by Ford, General Motors, Nissan, Hyundai, Dodge, Chrysler, and most recently, the Pro First Network by American Honda. At McDaniel's, we're committed to restoring your vehicle cosmetically, structurally, and electronically to pre-loss condition. Call us today in Longview at 753-5391, in Kilgore at 218-6109.
Trust, loyalty, actions. Strong words that have great meaning when looking for the right insurance agency. Gans & Smith is the oldest and largest independently owned insurance agency in Longview. Local and experienced, representing many fine companies like Germania Insurance. Trust is earned when actions meet words. Gans & Smith will earn your trust. Their office is at 1109 Judson Road or on the web at gans-smith.com. Gans & Smith Insurance. Find them on Facebook and go Lobos! GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in Longview has once again been voted the best of East Texas. GZ's has the best sushi. GZ's serves the best Asian food, and GZ's mixes the best cocktail in East Texas. The attentive staff at GZ's strive to make your next dining experience memorable. It's not too early to book GZ's for your holiday party, company get-together, or special event. GZ's is the best at that, too. Call them at 247-8000, 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village on Jetson Road, Longview. The best.
Here at ECU, you're our number one priority.
I didn't even look for another option. I knew Eastman Credit Union would take good care of us.
My whole family does business there.
I love being able to help members at any stage of their life.
You can truly tell that they actually love us and they know that we care for them.
I love what I do because I make a difference.
I know that ECU will be there for my family's future.
It's extraordinary.
Fantastic.
Not a member? Join at ecu.org today.
I am sold on Eastman Credit Union.
Welcome to the Longview Lobo postgame show on 106.5 Jack FM. Brought to you by Dan Sorey, attorney at law.
Welcome back. Longview has just defeated Lufkin 24-21. A game a little bit like last year's that goes to the end before Longview pulls it out. Lufkin got the opening kickoff, and on the first play they run a double pass, and it goes 89 yards for the score, and they're up 7-0 after the extra point was converted. More to Reggie was the pass play. Longview gets the ball back, and they get a score themselves. It was a 9-play 73-yard drive. The touchdown was a 9-yard run by Meredith. That ties it at 7-7 with 8:31 to play in the first period. The next score came by Longview as they ended up with a long drive, started on their 4-yard line, and they moved down to the 20, and Onifrey came on and kicked the field goal. It was a 37-yarder, made the score 10-7 at that point. In favor of the Lobos. Longview threw an interception in the end zone that killed one of their drives, and then Lufkin got the ball back, couldn't move it. So at the halftime, the score was 10-7 Longview. We start the second half, and Longview takes the opening drive of the second half. They have a 7-play drive. They ended up covering 99 yards. The touchdown was a 54-yard run by Markevian Haynes. The extra point was good, and so it was 17-7 at that point. Longview with 9:32 to play in the third. Lufkin in their next possession, they have a 87-yard drive. It was 8 plays. The touchdown was a 33-yard more to poke pass play. That came with 6:28 to play in the third. And Longview had a 17-14 lead. Lufkin gets the next score as they have an 11-play drive. It covers 93 yards. The touchdown was a 2-yard run by Berry with the extra point. That put the score at 21-17, 10:22 to play. Longview on the next possession, they have a 7-play drive. It covers 74 yards. The score was a 6-yard run by Haynes. The extra point was converted. It was 24-21 at that point. then it kind of really got crazy. The latter part of the fourth quarter, Longview fumbled a punt. Lufkin got the ball. They threw an incomplete pass in the end zone to Polk with 2:43, so they then turned it over on fourth down. Then Longview, on the third down play, decides to throw the football, trying to get a first down on 3rd and about 6. They throw the interception. Lufkin drives down. They throw a pass in the end zone, or they throw a pass to Reggie, who drops the ball on 4th down, and that's the final. Longview beats Lufkin 24-21. Statistically, for Longview, their leading carrier was Caden Meredith. He had 16 carries for 80 yards, was really effective in the second half. He had a touchdown. Markevian Haynes had 4 carries for 70 yards. Jaden Williams had a couple of carries for 9, and Haynes Kings had 4 carries for 32 yards in the score. Haynes King threw the ball well tonight. He had 13 completions and 37 passes. The team school record's 38, so a nice night for him. Kirby had 7 receptions. Kais Moore had 6. On the other side of the ball, Lufkin's Caleb Berry had 16 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown. He was by far their leading rusher. Moore completed 12 of 28 passes. He threw 2 touchdown passes, and Jalen Polk, their leading receiver, had 7 receptions and a score. Lufkin, who knows how bad they're hurt, but their 2 best players went down tonight. Jaron Thompson, the All-State safety, and Jalen Polk, he went out with an injury, and I don't know if they can't play, that's going to affect their season for sure.
Most definitely losing the 2 best players. But, let's give Longview credit. Their backs were pinned against the wall the entire fourth quarter, and then they made 2 great stands, and it was just it's a huge win. What a rivalry this is, and 2 truly outstanding teams. You'll be hearing a lot from Lufkin, and we expect a lot more from Longview as well.
I think you take a lot of good things away from this game, and then a few bad ones, as you always have, or almost always have in the first game. You tend to make mistakes, do things that you normally wouldn't do later in the season. But I think you could see that Longview's offense, as we went along, they made more plays. Haynes Keynes threw the football. I don't think he'd be happy with the 2 interceptions, but he did throw the ball well. Kirby made some catches. They bottled up Caden Meredith pretty well, but he still made some big runs down the stretch. The field goals and extra points were good, which is an unknown coming into this. Defensively, I thought we played basically great the entire game. I mean, the defense got to be proud of what they did. But most important of all, you come away with a victory, 24-21. But, that's what happened last year. It was a close game. Longview scored late at the end. They got that, and they played better every week thereafter the rest of the way. So I think if you ask Coach John King, he's going to say, well, we did a few things wrong, but we did a lot of good things, and it's a good step in the right direction for next week against Marshall.
Well, you're exactly right, Johnny, because the first game, and the players and everybody had to be a little jittery and nervous, but you learn from it, and you work on things in practice, and like you said, playing Marshall, a home game next week, I think you'll see improvement week to week with this team, and who knows, we'll see how it goes, but Longview will be a really, really good team by the time this year's open. We got a lot of tough teams ahead of us, but they will they'll meet the challenge.
Yeah, we got Marshall and then John Tyler and West Monroe in non-district, and I think all of those will be tough opponents. The good thing is next week we're at home. You're going to make a few mistakes, but if you can come out with a win and learn from mistakes, that's what helps you get better. I guess we're kind of waiting to see if Coach King is going to come up here.
Yeah. I don't blame him if he doesn't.
He wasn't too enthusiastic today about walking up these steps, and I don't blame him for that either.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead, Matt. Let's take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll see if we can spot Coach King, and we'll relish this big win tonight. We'll be back with more after this 3-minute timeout.
Hello, everybody. You're looking live at Fansville, a college football utopia. Fansville. Where the rivers flow with ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Delicious. Where the air smells of fresh-cut grass, artificial turf, and smoked meats. Kielbasa's. Where the radio only plays marching bands. And being able to read the defense is more important than being able to read. Just kidding. Stay in school. But what makes Fansville truly special are the people who call it home field. The fans. The type of people who tailgate before the tailgate. Pass the Dr. Pepper. Who aren't afraid to shout, "My grandma could have made that kick," because that's the honest truth. She's 90. Passionate fans bound by loyalty, tradition, and the sweet, sweet nectar of the college football gods. Dr. Pepper. Get a taste of Fansville this fall during a college football game near you. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville. Grab some today.
Is your mom's heart age older or younger than her real age?
Way older.
Way younger. Whether you're young, old, or somewhere in the middle, it's important to know how old your heart really is.
The same? I'm going to say younger? I am not allowed to say.
The Heart Age Assessment from Christus Health measures your real heart age, so you'll know where your heart health really stands.
My mommy looks old, but she says she's 29.
Find your real heart age at myrealheartage.com.
If you really want to wash your car, if you really want to get it clean, make it sparkle and shine, and get it looking like a new machine. Sobeys is a place to be.
Sobeys on 4th Street next to Sam's. Now with newly renovated bays. Even blow dryers for your vehicle. Sobeys.
Now, if you're like me, you don't think you need a generator. That's until the lights go out and there's no air conditioning. And we all know in East Texas that could happen at any time. Planning ahead saves time and money. And now's the time to get ready for bad weather days in East Texas. You want to make sure you're ready and up and running with a generic generator from Morrison Supply. Now, Generic offers the best standby generators to back up your house or business during an emergency power outage. Now is the time to pick one up. That's Morrison Supply in Longview, Kilgore, and Tyler.
Make adventure possible with the Jeep lineup at Peters. Backed by Jeep's legendary 4x4 capability and built from the ground up, the all-new Gladiator is engineered to leave the pavement behind. Grand Cherokee, crafted to a higher standard, exudes power at every turn. And your Motor Trend SUV of the year, Wrangler, delivering ultimate fun, freedom, and unmatched off-road performance. With the largest inventory of new Jeeps in East Texas and nationwide free delivery. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer.
Okay, welcome back to Lufkin, where Longview has just defeated the Lufkin Panthers 24-21. We have Coach King up here with us, and it's a tough game, Coach.
It's a tough climb up them steps.
Tell me about it.
It was a tough game, but I saw some bright spots. And thought our kids played extremely hard. Thought our conditioning was pretty good. We had a few that maybe cramped up. They went back in the game. It was hot and humid tonight.
Oh, it was.
We go out and do what we did and come out here with a win. I mean, we're 1-9 last 10 trips, and tough place to play. But I am proud of what our football team did, and particularly our defense.
Yes.
The stands that they put up there in the last 5 minutes of the game for us to preserve the win, be able to take and even run the clock out.
You know, their possessions, the fourth quarter, you know, we had our backs against the wall there, especially the last two possessions. And, you know, we held our own, and that's a credit to them. And then, you know, we had the points that we put on the board to secure the victory.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you think about it, we're up 10-7, come out, and JD slips on kickoff there. On one inch.
Yeah.
Then we get a delay game penalty, getting people out. And then, you know, we threw incomplete and got stuffed. And we sprint out and hit a route and get out of the shadows of our own end zone. Next thing you know, we pop a big run out of Kiki Haynes, and we're up 17-7. You think, wow, we're gonna get it going now. And defense had a good stand. We get a penalty.
Yeah.
Their drive, and then the same drive, get an interception. Have another penalty, and they wind up scoring. And we had that ball played and misjudged it. So we just had some opportunities there really to kind of take control of the game, and penalties kind of kept us on the field defensively and enabled them to get some points. But hey, our kids just kept playing, and and they found a way to get it done, and can't be more proud of their effort and how they played together as a family, and just kind of grew up tonight. But saw some bright spots. Thought our offensive line played well at times. There's a couple times we got a little pressure, but for the most part, I was real pleased with what we were able to do running the ball, and we had to answer. I guess a game-winning drive. We had to go down and answer with some key runs there.
Exactly.
They controlling the line of scrimmage. So.
I thought the secondary, all in all, played really good too, because they got a lot of good receivers, and they kept them in check. We had 3 guys around Polk on that last play, and he just didn't have a chance to catch it. But I was impressed with the secondary, especially when you lost quite a few people from last year.
Yeah, they played well. I thought DeCarn did well. He played well, and of course he had the task of drawing number 3, and he covered Polk pretty good most of the night. That kid's gonna have his catches. He's just a great football player. But yeah, they played well, fitted, run well. I thought Tyshawn had a heck of a game. When those three interior guys,
exactly.
Big Sawyer and Drew and Joe Jones, I thought they did a good job of holding up versus the run, because we had a light box in terms of people, but those 3 guys really held the point and enabled our guys to fit. So when you can do that, and you can kind of put a few more guys spread the field to defend against the pass, it sure helps.
Plus, they played a lot of plays tonight too. I don't know if we substituted all on defensive line, did we?
Substituted. I think Ezra Jones played a few snaps there.
Yeah.
And Sawyer, Drew, and Joe, and Ezra, they took most of them, I believe. I think we subbed a few defensively. We probably need to play more, but that's one of those nights where you got to do what you got to do to win. We felt like we had the best people on the field.
Mm-hmm. I'd mention too the kickers did really good tonight, especially something totally unknown, and they kicked the ball off in the end zone, made field goals, the extra points, and that was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was nice to kick. Gets field goal. Of course, I thought Raul was real good with the kickoffs. He hit them pretty deep.
He did,
and gave us a chance to cover some balls. He gets them high and he gets them deep, and thought we had great coverage when they brought them out. We got them down there inside the 20 several times, which is nice to see.
Yeah, it was consistent, all phases of the game, and it'll only, get better week to week. But this is every year seems like it's a war, and you learn from it, and after y'all grade everything out, it'll be a job well done for the Lobos.
Win's a win. I can tell you, I'd rather enjoy an ugly win than a pretty loss.
Exactly.
And it's an ugly win. I mean, it's first game. What you expect? You'll have mistakes. And the growth we make from tonight till next Friday night's important. And that comes from preparation. And our private preparation needs to precede the public performance, and that's what we got to get done next week. And it's going to be a week of work to get ready to play Marshall. And Labor Day's Monday. We got practice at 7:30 in the morning, and we're going to work. We got to. But if our kids keep showing up and grinding on each other the same attitude we got, I think we got a chance to be a pretty good football team. And how good, we'll see. We got to play better in some spots, And but heck, we made some plays too. With some guys that was their first time varsity experience. So it was a great effort, and we saw a little bit of everything tonight. From big plays to fake punts that wasn't a fake punt.
Yeah.
Rollout punt, and they didn't have it covered, so we may not get away with that one anymore.
And what about our fans?
And everything else.
Yeah, and our fans. I mean, they were standing over there. The stands were completely full, and it's just like it always is, home or away. Even had some ex-Lobos came up from the Houston area and got to see them before the game, and they said about 6 weeks ago, they said that first game's in Lufkin, we're going to be there, and sure enough, they were. So got a lot of Lobos around, and they love to watch their football.
Yeah, they do, and it's nice seeing they had a huge crowd stayed here. They got the money's worth tonight.
They did.
East Texas football and these two old rivals going at it. So we do appreciate the fan support and the Big Green Marching Machine. And
oh yeah.
And the cheerleaders and everybody, So
yeah.
Our new band director, Rhonda Daniels, she got her first taste of Lobo football, so she saw a good one, and I'm sure they put on a great performance at halftime.
They did. They did.
Proud of them as well.
It was great.
But thanks everybody. And it's just a tremendous program we have, and everybody's involved in what they bring to the table, whether it be fans, players, and coaches, administration, radio crew, and everybody. So,
well,
fortunate to be a part of it.
It's great for us to be able to be a part of it, and I can't say it enough, because especially coming up them stairs there, I'm telling you, it's got to be a lot easier going down. But I tell you, I've been looking out there, and it looks like it's even more straighter going down than it is coming up.
Well, let me tell you, I'm gonna be a little bit going down. I gotta get my leg.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you who'll be last in line going down in our group, and that'll be me.
I'm gonna be behind you, Gene.
Well, thank you, Coach. We appreciate it. Matt, let's send it back to you, and then we'll come back with a very, very short wrap-up, and then we'll be making our way out of here and heading back up to East Texas. We'll be back.
Ram 1500 is the 2019 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, and your largest selection in East Texas is at Peters Ram in Longview. Engineered to perform through advanced technology with fully customizable 12-inch color touchscreen. A new level of luxury overflowing with innovative features inside and out. We have the largest inventory in East Texas on 2019 Ram trucks with nationwide free delivery. See for yourself why more East Texans buy at Peters than any other dealer. Peters Ram in Longview.
Now, if you're like me, you don't think you need a generator. That's until the lights go out and there's no air conditioning. And we all know in East Texas that could happen at any time. Planning ahead saves time and money. And now's the time to get ready for bad weather days in East Texas. You want to make sure you're ready and up and running with a generic generator from Morrison Supply. Now, Generic offers the best standby generators to back up your house or business during an emergency power outage. Now is the time to pick one up. That's Morrison Supply in Longview, Kilgore, and Tyler.
Well, Johnny, any closing thoughts? Like we said, a win's a win, and what a great game it was, and two great teams.
Well, I really thought that it was a good defensive effort. I think we made a lot of strides for the first week. Lufkin's a tough team. They got a lot of good players, and, you're going to always make mistakes in the first game. That's why, as the season goes on, you play better, but the most impressive thing probably was John running up those stairs to get up here to see us.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, John. Well, we thank y'all for being with us, and as we said, a win's a win, and we look forward to being back at Lobos Stadium next week. So for Brent Taylor, who was not here, Mike Richardson, who was not here, the huge part of the broadcast team, but they were unable to make it. But they will be back with us next week. Gene Morris, our capable driver, and he got us here safe and sound. So we hope to see you at Lobos Stadium next week. Thanks for being with us, and we'll talk to you later. Good night, everyone.
If you really want to wash your car, if you really want to get it clean, make it sparkle and shine, and get it looking like a new machine. Sobeys is
Soapy's on 4th Street next to Sam's. Now with newly renovated bays. Even blow dryers for your vehicle. Soapy's.
Thanks for listening to the Longview Lobo Postgame Show. An exclusive broadcast presentation on 106.5 Jack FM. Brought to you by Dan Sorey, attorney at law.